Looks like Reggie Drago versus... Oh, fire pass, bro. You can't be cooking like that's not cooking. On toward side. Oh, it's Guardy. Okay. Tatsu Guardy. So we're gonna expect probably no Greninja, no Manaphy. Which the hold on. I said no Manaphy, but you're gonna get Manaphy prized. Uh-oh. I mean, I guess there's not turn 2 Kyurem on the way here. I'm assuming Manaphy is prized here, or it's in the hand. Because not playing Manaphy in this format is a little bit crazy. A little bit crazy. Wouldn't this be tough not being able to speak? No. I literally don't, even when I play in tournaments in America, I don't say anything to my opponents to begin with. Playing against other people who don't speak your language is it's not hard at all to communicate. We're all playing the same game. The energy's in hand. Just needs to go back in with that Tatsu, peep the top 7. Look for that supporter. The game is a language if you want to be philosophical. Basically, yeah. Wait until we play. I'm going to make you yap. Yeah, I literally don't talk when I play, for the most part. And it's not because I just don't want to talk to my opponents. It's just I'm focused on the game. I'm locked in. Down to chat like before the game starts, after the game ends, but if you ever talk to me in the middle of a game of Pokemon, I'm getting you DQ'd. Just know that. All right. Goes for the follow-up Arv instead of the follow-up Iono, and then has the TM Evo for double Curlia. I think has another Curlia in hand as well. So triple Curlia turn 2 versus the Fire Energy on the Ogerpon, which is pretty good as well. You know, that's also a pretty good play. So no Kyurem threat this turn, because there was no turn 1 Drago. DQ for what, though? For talking to me. What do you mean? What? You don't think I know John Pikachu like that? All right. I see a Stretcher in hand. I see the Mew in hand. I see the Kyurem in hand. He's going to give up on the Mew. Not going to bench it. Okay. There goes Kyurem and Dragapult. Let's get a Drago here. Let's have a game. We got the Drago. Uh-oh. They did not look very happy. Bro. Oh, no, wait. I think I see an Ultra Ball. There might be a Vessel in there as well. They might be okay. They don't look very happy, though. They don't look very happy. So the hand maybe is not great. They do not seem happy. Okay, they got a Vessel. That's a good start. We're going to get at least a grass energy here, right? At least one grass. We'll see what else we grab. Would like to get a fire down onto a a fire onto a Drago would be good as well, obviously. And on Tord's side, there's not that big of a threat to like actually KOing like the lone Drago off the bench, because you would need, I mean, it's possible but unlikely. Tord would need Guardia EX, triple Psychic, Monkey Dory, and a Dark Energy to go Gust, Knockout. I guess you could do it with Drifloon as well. Drifloon, Bravery Charm. That's still possible. I saw TM Devo in there on Tord's side, so Tord might not be playing Bravery Charms. It's possible. No clue as of right now. It's possible there's no Braveries in there, though. Screamtail Bravery could also work. Yeah, Screamtail Bravery. How many energy would you need, though? You need like 5? Dude. 6. Started doing the math in my head, and I was like, I don't want to do this. Yeah, 6. You need 6 for that, which is probably unlikely. Well, it's unlikely for having 0 in the discard pile, but not impossible. All right, there's the pawn draw. Could also look for a KO. You could also KO this. All right, pawn number 2. Can we get a Drago V down? And ideally 2 to be super safe. All right, yeah, there's that Ultra Ball. I was pretty sure I saw one in hand. I assume that's what's going to come out here now. And then ideally, like an E-switch off the active to protect it. Oh, this is 50 minutes too. This is best 2 out of 3. That's what you like. You love to see best 2 out of 3. Now I'm super excited. It's not best of 1. All right. The Drago V is found. Do they play Thornton? Probably not. Most people don't. I mean, they could, but they probably don't. Saw a charm in the deck? Okay, so Tord is rocking at least one charm. Yep, there's the E-switch to save an energy. Do we also have an attachment for turn? Oh, no attachment for turn. Okay. Let's see if Tord can actually get the KO on the Drago here. Because I'm sure if you can, you would go for it here as Tord. I don't think you can argue against the KO on a Drago here. First Refinement, no energy discarded. Ultra Ball and Heavy Ball found. So if that Manaphy is prized, it is findable on this turn now, so you can play around the potential of the Kyurem. But I'm sure Tord would still love to KO the lone Drago if he can get there. It just seems like too good of a... Discards the Heavy Ball. So that makes me think Manaphy is not prized. And it's in the hand, or Tord does not play Manaphy. But not playing Manaphy when Drago V-Star Kyurem combo exists seems a little bit crazy. Just a tad crazy. Goes into the Tatsu before the third refinement. Maybe would play an Iono here if there is one found. None found. Or Devo counter. Nothing crazy there. No, not like a ton of new information to gain there. All right, so we'll see if there's a supporter comes down or if we go into that refinement number 3 here. Maybe Arven for Vessel would be the play here, and then refinement away the energy. That could be a thing. I don't think I saw the Greninja in there from Tord, so I don't think plays the Greninja. There, give up the Iono. There's a Psychic and a Dark Energy found. There's no other energy in the discard pile, I believe, but does have that Ultra Ball in hand, so the Ultra Ball could discard at least the Psychic. Has Arven as well. Could set up Monkey Dory. I think Tord could definitely KO the active with Guardy EX here, but it would leave him pretty vulnerable to a Kyurem attack on the next turn. You would remove the Ogre Pawn from play, remove the energy from play, but removing the energy from play in this situation isn't that big of a deal because on the other side you're going to retreat with the energy anyways. Like we're retreating with the energy anyways at that point. So, was that Turo? Okay, that creates just a bench space as well here actually for Tord. And maybe just a sacrificial Ralts. Maybe just going to pass for the turn. Here comes the Poffin. Eyeing up the Drifloon. And I assume Manaphy will get found here. Uh-oh. No. Did Tord not check the prize cards and then got rid of the Heavy Ball? Oh, no. Dude, I didn't think I saw it on the first deck search. And then he refinement away the Heavy Ball. I was like, it's got to not be prized then. But it looks like he was looking for it. And then, oh, no. Oh no, this could be disastrous on this next turn. Now I feel like he has to put together a more aggressive play. I feel like Tord's got to be aggressive here. This seems like new information to Tord. The way he just like searched through his deck there, this seems like it's new information to him. Like, oh shoot, my Manaphy's prize. So with that in mind, you got to be aggressive here, right? You can't just be like, all right, pass, and then let your Curlias get wiped, right? We're at least evolving one to a Guardy. I think that means we got to end up with an attack this turn. We'll see. Because the Manaphy's, yeah, there's just no way. I don't know. Maybe Tord has tested this matchup though. You always want to give the best player in the world the benefit of the doubt. So you want to be like, maybe Tord knows the tempo of this matchup. It's okay to let your Curlia and Ralts get KO'd from a Kyurem attack. Because if you do attack with Kyurem, you do lose all your energy on your Regidrago. And then if you just Iono them after that, you're probably in a fine spot. I assume you would want that to not happen, though. So, I don't think this is any kind of bluff or anything. I think Tord would prefer to have benched a Manaphy if he plays Manaphy, which maybe he doesn't. Looks like it's going to be a little bit of a Drifloon punch, though. Not going to commit to putting the Guardy in the active. I believe the second Guardy X was in the deck. I guess you could always get Super Rod involved as well, but it's just going to be a punch. And I don't think you hate to see this on the other side here, from the Regidrago side here. Not too many resources have been expended so far from the Regidrago player. There's an Iono to start the sequence here on the turn. I don't see how you ever don't go for a Kyurem play, though. Like, Kyurem's in the discard pile. As long as you can get the energy, I think you just go all in on Kyurem. Like, and you might not even have to use Legacy Star here to get there. KO double Curlia. And the question from there is, what else do you KO? Do you KO the Drifloon? I don't hate the Drifloon KO. It's an attacker. It's set up. It's ready to go. And the Drifloon could get pretty big this turn as well. With a couple more energy plus a Bravery Charm, it could one-hit KO your Regidrago. So maybe to like potentially slow down Tord, you just remove the Drifloon. You'll probably at least get punched by a Guardy EX on that next turn. But that's better to get punched than get one-hit KO'd. So we'll see. We'll see here what the choice is. See, Nest Ball immediately to go get the Drago V. Yeah, Nest Ball immediately for the Drago V. Shuffle the deck. So the card that they put on bottom of the deck there, although it might have only been one card, so it's probably not too consequential. If consequential at all. Could be the correct sequence take there. Pawns are getting loaded. Oh, is it another whiff? Dude, the Drago player, all the Drago player has done this game so far is whiff. Whiff the turn 1 Drago, whiff the turn 2 attach. Okay. Hold up, we're not done yet. Legacy Stars getting involved. There's an E-switch in the discard pile for us to get. The Kyurem play is available. The problem, though, if you do attack with Kyurem, you lose all of your energy on your active Drago. And then to recover from there could be tough. All right, there's the Legacy Star play. So the question will be, do you actually go with a Kyurem play here? I think you got to take double E-switch, maybe. We still whiffed our attachment for turn here as well. That's like a big thing. The attachment for turn has also been whiffed, once again, from the Regidrago side, from what we can tell. There could be an energy in hand, I guess, still. There's a double E-switch. There's the retreat. Please say we have an attachment for turn. Okay, we have an attachment for turn. That's big to not whiff that again. E-switch number 1 up. Has 3 E-switches still left to work with. And it looks like they're eyeing up the Kyurem play. Honestly, a Dragapult attack here wouldn't be terrible, but removing all the Curlias from play, that's so good. Like I said, KOing the Drifloon here as well seems like... I'm leaning towards like a Drifloon KO. And also at this point, like the Ogre Pawns being attackers is like pretty solid as well. We'll see what they go for here. I'm actually not sure what's 100% correct, because removing the Ralts would be nice as well to remove the possibility of that last Curlia for draw power. You might be able to identify at this point that Tord does not play. You might be able to identify at this point that Tord does not play Radiant Greninja. We've seen the Tatsugiri. That's usually a pretty good sign of the no Radiant Greninja. So removing the Ralts, fully limiting the draw power is pretty good here. It also, honestly, it traps the energy on the Drifloon. That's another thing to think about here. The energy is now trapped on the Drifloon, which means something that could actually be a bigger threat on this turn would actually be Screamtail, because you could Screamtail around the Regidrago. And yeah, just going to take out the Curly and Ralts. I think I like that the most. I almost like... because the Drifloon is like a threat in terms of it could KO your active here, but I'm almost more scared of the energy being in the discard pile to be able to do different things with, specifically the Screamtail. Now, you could still attack with Screamtail this turn as Tord, but it's like less likely to hit super hard. There's an attachment to the Guardy from Tord. What else does he have? Is it just going to be a punch with the Drifloon? The Regidrago in the active has no energy on it. Unfair Stamp and Iono would be both pretty solid plays here probably as well if Tord can get access to one of those. But it looks like that's all Tord has. There's the punch for 120. It sets up to a KO into the Guardy EX on the next turn. But now can the Regidrago player actually establish an attacker? See, that's the thing with this play, is you do strand yourself. You do strand yourself with no energy on your active now. Looks like a Superior is in hand, but this is where the Ogre Pawns can actually be pretty effective as well, though. Where's the Gardenia's Vigor? Honestly, another thing that gains value when you have Kyurem in the deck is probably just like switches in general, to be honest. Because when you use Kyurem, being able to switch into an Ogre Pawn sounds actually kind of nice. Also, Turo gains value for that kind of same reason. Gardenia's Vigor could be something. They got a huge hand at this point. They've got a ton of cards. But can they actually continue to put on the pressure here? That's a question. Can they actually continue to put on the pressure? Because if they can't, then Tord's not looking to be in a terrible spot, to be honest. because even if one of these Regidragos gets reset up to attack with, of the two that are available on the board here, the other one could always get gusted back into the active and be trapped. And then is that a second Mew? Am I tripping? That's 2 Mew, right? I think I even see... I swear they discarded a Mew turn 1 there. And I think I see the Mew's foot in the discard pile there. Two Mew. That's a lot of Mew. That's interesting. That's interesting. I doubt there's a Pheasantipity in here as well then. And this is like the scary part of going for that attack. All Tor drew there was a Psychic Energy. Does have a Vessel to discard it. I believe Screamtail's in the hand as well. So we might be close to a... I mean, I don't think you don't want to KO the active here as Tord. I don't think you want to KO the active here. So you're looking to go for some kind of snipe play this turn with the Screamtail, which I believe is in hand. You could also just punch the active again for 120. You could punch the active again for 120. It could get cleaned up later through Monkey Dory or something like that. Maybe like a Fluttermane, Monkey Dory, some snipe combo. Who knows? The possibilities are there. Tord does play the TM Devo, so you could play for a TM Devo play, where if the bench Regidrago V becomes a V-Star before you can KO it, then you could like get them both up to 220 at least, and then TM Devo both of them on a turn or something like that. There's a lot of ways for like Tord to tackle from this situation, but I think you just want to try and keep this thing trapped in the active as long as possible. We'll see. Kind of have to take a look at the energy in the discard pile. Attachment return to the guard for. Still nothing great in the hand. I see boss. Counter catchers are active, and there's 2 in the hand. The Curlia was in the hand as well, actually, so it's a good thing. For this situation, specifically how this developed, going after that Ralts was definitely a big deal. And now what does Tord do? Has the Screamtail. You could start to Screamtail the bench. Goes after the Ogerpon here. This is interesting. Instead of going to Screamtail to snipe the bench or just hit the active. Oh, wait, it's the damage one. I couldn't tell because of the green die. So Tord's going for prize cards here. I was like, bringing it up just to punches seems really weird. Yeah, that seemed really weird. But it did. I didn't see the green die was on it. So we're just going for prize cards here as Tord. How many more Regidragos can get set up at this point is the big question now. Well, the Mew has free retreat, so we should definitely set up Mew here. But they go with the Ogerpon send up, which isn't terrible. But you should definitely push up the Mew here. It's funny that they were thinking about which thing to send up there. That's a Thornton. Whoever was talking about Thornton earlier, they play Thornton. Unless I'm tripping, but I believe that is Thornton. All right. They still are trying to dig here with the Ogerpon draw. They do have a fire energy in hand, though. I believe they do have a fire. Yep, there it is. There's the fire. There's the E-switch. Now the question is, what do you want to attack? Ooh, the Prime Catcher. Maybe that's why they actually played it this way, actually. And I think they got 1 from the restart there. I think their only attack option is... I think their only attack option here is Drago. But they do get to KO the Drifloon, go down to 2 prize cards, and set up a bunch of damage on the Guardy. They set up 200 on the Guardy, which means even the Ogerpon can actually take the knockout here. With 1 more... Oh, no. Actually, with the amount of energy it has. Yeah, with the amount of energy it has, it can take the knockout. All right, there we go. There's the counter catcher again, and now we can get the Screamtail involved. I didn't see towards top deck, though, or the prize card, so I don't know if there's any hand disruption here. All right, there's an Iono. And if we find Bravery Charm, you could KO the Mew to stop the potential of drawing more cards here. And then even the KO on the Screamtail isn't good enough to actually win the game. I do not see the Bravery Charm there for Tord, though. Yeah, no Bravery Charm. But how much can we do with the Screamtail again? With no 20160. So you could actually get there with Monkey Dory, though, right? Go 4 plus Monkey Dory, KO the Mew. And then next turn, KO Regidrago with Guardy. And this also puts Guardy out of range of Ogerpon. It's actually looking pretty good here for Tord. Yeah, unless the 2 cards in hand are like... Oh, no, wait, we don't care about the Ogerpon at this point, because we care about the Regidrago V-Star at this point. So unless the 2 cards are in hand are Switch Boss. The only thing we lose to at this point is like Switch Boss, I think. Because the Dory gets the KO on the Mew here, shut down the draw power. So already has 3 cards, because we'll top deck for turn. But it needs to be Switch Boss. 2 of the 3 cards need to be Switch Boss here. There's the load up. Phase way to the Mew, and then, yeah, knockout. Down to 2 for Tord. Regidrago trapped in the active. KOing the active does not win the game on the other side, but it would at least be something. Thinking. Fire to active. Pass. That's it, right? Okay. There's the Manaphy. Yeah, so Tord did have the heavy ball discard. Tord thought it wasn't prized, but it was prized. That's funny. Dude, dude, I don't know what side of the bed you woke up on this morning, Dingleberry, or why you're having such a bad day, but have a bad day somewhere else. Honestly, you might just be a bitter person, though. This might not be a bad day for you. Yeah, this might not be a bad day for you. You might just be a bitter person. Either way, you need to go for a walk. Was going for the early Kyurem a mistake? It's hard to tell, Horsey. It didn't feel like they had to go for the early Kyurem and could have waited for sure. Because at that point they knew Manaphy was prized. They knew Manaphy was prized or Tord didn't play Manaphy. Yeah, they knew Manaphy was prized or that Tord didn't play Manaphy. So with both of those things in mind, the Kyurem play will come back around eventually. So I definitely feel like they could have chilled. I think they could have chilled. I feel like it did put them in a pretty vulnerable situation. If they were able to get to the Kyurem play without using Legacy Star, then if they were able to get to the Kyurem play without using Legacy Star, then I would say you probably do go for it. But because they had to use Legacy Star to get there, I think they probably should have just gone with a Dragapult attack, drawn 2 prize cards. And like I said, either Tord doesn't play Manaphy or it's prized, and Tord hadn't drawn any prize cards up to that point. So Tord couldn't have found it. So I think at that point, you just like, I'll get the Kyurem play later. I'll get the Kyurem play on a later turn. Hawlucha, we haven't seen the Hawlucha. Why Hawlucha if you can Kyurem? Because most of the time they have Manaphy in play. No, the Hawlucha is still definitely very good to play. We didn't see it on their side. They might not play it. The cool things that we saw, or the interesting things that we saw here on the Regidrago side, Double Mew, Thornton. No, I don't think we saw a Pheasantipede. Yeah. So it looks like, oh no, they chose first. Regidrago player chose first. Did they whiff Regidrago V again? They maybe whiffed again, dude. Oh no, here we go. There's an S-ball. We're chilling. The Regidrago player always looks so stressed. They always look like they have nothing. Yeah, they always look so stressed. They always look like they have absolutely nothing. I'm not playing in the tournament, Benjamin. I'm gonna watch this instead. Whenever there's an opportunity for me to like watch watch gameplay, I'm always down to do that. Is this international format or Japan's format? This is World's format. So Shroud of Fable legal. World's format. I don't even know what to watching exhibition tournament. Oh yeah. Would you ever cast a tournament? Yeah, probably. Does anyone know if this is does anyone know if this is a 1-day tournament or a 2-day tournament? All right, updated my. Probably 1 day because it's Sunday there. Oh, true. Isn't it better to Iono since Tord has no energy in hand? I'm actually not fully sure what's going on here, to be honest. Oh, so Tord went with the Arvin, but just went to get a bunch of Ralts. I mean, I think Tord must just be content with just like setting up a bunch of Ralts and falling behind then. That's what that means. Like Tord's like, okay, I'm okay with not attacking till turn 3. Is what this line means from Tord. Okay, there's a quick knockout here on the Monkey Dory. Or Tord plays Rare Candy, but I don't think Tord plays Rare Candy with 2 TM Evo in the list. So yeah, Tord is just content with falling behind here then, 2 turns. And he doesn't feel like he needs to play aggressively for that extra attack before another prize card's drawn. We'll see if the 4th Ralts is prized, if Heavy Ball is found, if it is. Then we find the energy. There's a vessel in hand as well. Artisan still has yet to be used here from Tord. Has a nest ball in hand as well. I assume if the 4th Ralts is in the deck, Tord would go grab it here. Because no matter what happens this turn, Tord is going to lose a Ralts. So you would want that 4th Ralts down, I imagine. I did see it, I believe. Could grab something else in nest ball for the Ralts as well, though. Maybe if there's a Poff in a hand, you go for that. All right, there we go. And then TM Evolution coming out. Double Curly on the way. All right, now the Curlers are online. Like I said, Tord must just be content with falling behind like that. But now here is where I think it would be really tough to make a comeback here if the canceling clone Kyurem play happens. Here comes the Vessel on the Tina. I think I see the canceling clone in the deck. Of course, finding is going to be a question as well. You can also combo it with the Prime Catcher. Don't need to just go with Boss. The Prime Catcher was in the deck as well there, I believe. There's a Research in the hand. Here comes a Nest Ball. I assume to maybe just grab another Ogre Pawn and just draw some extra cards here off with both those Grass Energy. But I mean, one of them making its way onto the bench Ogre Pawn is fine, but I think you probably should just manually attach to the Regidrago here. You almost don't want to overdraw too many cards. If you know you're going to research this turn, you don't want to draw like too many cards into your hand here. So bench Ogre Pawn and then attach to Regidrago makes the most sense to me. We'll see. Obviously, if you like draw, yeah, there's the attach. Don't use the other Ogre Pawn. Ooh, and Ultra Ball as well. Question is, do you go for? Well, if they don't play Halucha, I think you always search out. I was gonna say you always search out Kyurem here. Oh, I guess you know what? To be honest, I don't know if I saw Kyurem in the deck. It could be prized. Kyurem could actually be prized. Maybe. Yeah, there goes the research. Triple research. I think game 1 they also had triple research discarded here. Here's a 7. We're looking for Prime Catcher Canceling Cologne. Legacy Star is still available as well. They also need an E-Switch. And if they whiff the Kyurem play here, they definitely need to get down another Regidrago V just in case. You could also just go Ogerpon knockout here. If it doesn't feel super strong. That might be what they're doing. Nope, there's the retreat. Search for energy. Draw 1 off the Ogerpon. I assume that means they have an E-Switch in their hand. Yeah, I assume that means they have E-Switch in their hand. Otherwise, this feels a little bit weird to go for this line if they don't have E-Switch in hand. Because that means I have to go Legacy to find the E-Switch. And at that point, just attacking with Ogerpon seems better, to be honest. But we'll see. They have the Dragon Pulp. Yep, there's the E-Switch. They have the Dragon Pulp attack available. So here we go. They're swinging this turn. Port could potentially knock this out. Could also like go counter catch or KO the Ogerpon on the bench with 2 grass with like a Monkey Dory combo. Maybe you go after the... You probably go after the... All right, so spreads the damage out. I think it was a 2-2-2 split here, yeah. So can potentially threaten a Dragapult next turn for a double prize turn. No damage on the Manaphy. Could have put some damage on the Manaphy to threaten it. But if you're... I don't know, Manaphy is just so easy to get back into play, though. Like, Tor plays 2 Super Odd, probably. The Artisan's in play. It doesn't... We haven't seen a Stadium from the Regidrago side yet, so, like, the Artisan's probably stuck in play the whole game. So I think instead of KOing Manaphy, it's better to KO the draw support of the Kirlias, and then when you eventually draw into the Canceling Clone combo, that's when you can go for the big Kyurem play. We'll see what kind of play Tor can put together here. A couple different possibilities. I think I see the Bravery Charm in hand, so could play for the Drifloon play. Has Vessel as well. Also has a Vessel, but needs to find the energy, of course. And there's only 1 energy in the discard pile right now. What do we need? 5? Am I tripping? 5, 100, 300. Yeah, we need 5, right? Yeah. That's what we're looking for. 4 more energy. Vessel in hand. Gonna start with a refinement. Try and probably draw into some energy before committing the Vessel. No energy found. Going into another refinement here. Goodbye, Tatsu. There's an energy. There's an Arven. If the second Vessel is in the deck, if Tord plays 2 Vessel, that could be Vessel, Ultra Ball. I think there's a Vessel and an Ultra Ball in the hand right now. So I think we can get there with Vessel, Ultra Ball. Well, Vessel 1, 2, that's still only 4. So it would have to be Vessel, Ultra Ball. If we want to one-hit KO the active here, which honestly, one-hit KO in the active here looks pretty good. It looks pretty good to me. We'll see, though. Here comes Vessel number 1. We've found 4 energy now. Oh, no, there's already 1 in the discard pile, actually. I take it back. Now we have access to 5 energy, because there was 1 in the discard pile from the Ralts. Okay, so we're already there, actually. We don't need Vessel. We just need Vessel. Vessel, Ultra Ball, and Bravery Charm is in the hand, I believe. So could even still play Iono. Oh, maybe I'm wrong, though. Is eyeing up another Vessel. But maybe he's going to try and get a Monkey Dory play off this turn as well. Yeah, we might still be trying to like make Monkey Dory happen this turn to heal off. Because you could evolve 1 Kirlia to guard for, and then you could heal the other Kirlia so it doesn't get KO'd by Dragapult. Which would be annoying if it did happen, for sure. I'm new to the scene. Who's considered the best player in the scene right now? Tord, which is actually the player on the left right now. Playing Guardy. So we got the energy. There's the Ultra Ball. Okay, yeah, we can make the whole play happen here. Knock out the active with Drifloon, as well as heal some damage off, which I assume Tord would want to heal the damage off the Kirlia here. The active Ralts will have 40 damage on it, though. Is that ever, like, detrimental for some reason? I don't think so. All right. There's the Dory. And we got the 1-hit KO on the active here. So everything came together for Tord here on this turn. The 5 Psychics, the energy for the Dory as well. The Drifloon can 1-hit KO the active here, and then Monkey Dory, like I said, I assume is going to heal the Kirlia to prevent Dragapult from KOing the Kirlia. We'll see what Tord thinks. Oh, he's going to eye up the Ralts actually instead. I wonder if does the extra 1 damage make a difference? I'm actually not sure. There's the knockout. Now the Kirlia can go down to... Oh, wait, hang on. What could happen here with like a... Because the Drifloon has how much HP left, actually? So maybe you do want to go that route, actually, so that you can't get a triple prize turn. Because Drifloon only has 20 HP. So I guess if you left the damage on the Ralts, you could go KO Drifloon, KO Ralts. Okay. So it does make sense to heal the Ralts there to stop the 3 prize turn. Which, that would have been pretty good. A triple prize turn would have been pretty good. You still definitely want to attack with Dragapult here, or... I mean, the Kyurem... Once again, the Kyurem combo could just, like, lock you out of the game. So I feel like you just want to go Regidrago, attack with Kyurem here. Or Regidrago, attack with Dragapult, excuse me. KO the active, KO the Kirlia. Ideally, you'd combo with an Iono, I think, but I doubt there's a super high... I doubt there's a super high Iono count in this Dragapult list. And Legacy Starring for not an energy switch at this point seems pretty detrimental. The green die has got to go. The green die does have to go, yeah. The green die does have to go. Is it my invitational? No, it's not my invitational. We're just watching it. Vacuum Gust, canceling Clone Kyurem could end the game. True. I doubt they play Vacuum, though. I doubt they play Vacuum. Double E-switch. They gotta be playing for the Prime Catcher super heavily here. Maybe they already have the Prime Catcher in hand, actually. All right. Is it going into a Legacy Star here? There's the Prime on the Monkey Dory. So it looks like they're going to probably settle for a Dragapult attack here. They have to go Legacy Star to actually continue the turn. Not what you want to do. You want to try and save this as long as possible. There's the Hawlucha. They do play the Hawlucha. Oh! Is the Hawlucha lead to a 3-prize turn, actually? We can go... Yeah, Hawlucha does lead to a 3-prize turn. We can actually KO active Kirlia. Wait, no. 5. Yeah, we can KO active Kirlia Drifloon. Oh, that's a lot. Go down to 1 prize card remaining, and then even potentially an Ogerpon could be our way to get our last prize card. We don't even need another Regidrago at this point. Oh, they got the Stretcher in the hand as well. The Stretcher can become the Fire Energy. Yeah, 1-1. Stretcher for the Fire. And then they got the Research to draw through the deck a little bit more here. Probably just want to find some Mew EXs. We know they play 2 Mew EX. Honestly, if you could bench double Mew EX here, that's probably what you want to do. Because then you can just win with Ogerpon plus Boss at that point. Where are the Mews? That's the question at this point. They haven't accelerated yet. Okay, get it set up as an attacker. Makes sense. What else do they got? You gotta be playing in fear of the Iono and the Unfair Stamp on the next turn. They gotta. Okay, there's an Artisan use. I don't even think they play any. I mean, they play. The only thing they could get would be Hawlucha. Yeah, the only thing they could get would be Hawlucha. How'd the Fire get on the active? Manual attachment. They did not attach return yet. They double E-switch to the Regidrago off the Ogerpon before the Research. No Mews? Oh, one's in the... Actually, one got discarded. I missed that. I missed the one getting discarded earlier. There's the triple KO. Honestly, though, Iono to 1, trap Hawlucha or Ogerpon. Trap Ogerpon, snipe around with Screamtail's now a play that could, like, actually work. Is that the only play Tord has? There's 30 damage on the active here. 30 damage on the active here right now. It's got 250 left. I mean, you could also just one-hit KO the active with Drifloon plus Iono to 1 and then hope that Grass Energy is not found. That also works. Yeah, the Mew's not getting found here is... makes things tough. Actually, do they have a Mew in hand? Maybe it got off the prize cards. Oh, it's just a scoop from Tord. Just scoops. All right, we got 9 minutes left going into game 3. That definitely favors Regidrago here. Did you just rip a sleeve? Yeah, that's what you do. Whenever you have a tear in a sleeve, you take the one with the tear and rip it fully, and then you re-sleeve with a new sleeve. Got to get the pile count in there. Manaphy doesn't protect? No. Manaphy protects against damage placed. Manaphy protects against damage, not damage counters or damage like placed. Dude, the shuffling of the individual piles, bro. That's the worst. All right, here we go. It should be finable. Yo, that's what I'm saying. We should have fines. You should be able to get fined for for pile counting. All right, we're 1-1 headed into game 3 here. 8 minutes left. And I'm sure they're following Japan's rules. Actually, no, they might actually not. It might be +3 because this is I think this is supposed to be like a Worlds like showcase match. So it might be 50 minutes +3 to be honest, because they might be trying to mimic Worlds as close as possible. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is 50 +3 and not the evening up of turns. So we get to see Tord lost game 2, so chooses to go first here, which makes sense. I guess you do just want to go first. Also, the Hawlucha start's really bad on the Regidrago side. It doesn't allow you to be as aggressive in those early turns. Is this in Japan? I believe so, yes. All right, triple Ralts found. How many Curlies can be found next turn? We'll find out. Attach active pass. We've had, like, actually, game 2, to be honest, to start from on the Regidrago side was not that slow. It wasn't that slow. See an Ultra Ball getting grabbed here. Or Ultra Ball getting used here, excuse me, off the rip. Doing a little prize checking, it looks like. They've identified Kyurem. Prime Catcher's in there as well. What I expect is Tord on Unfair Stamp. We haven't seen Tord use Unfair Stamp yet, though. Playing it, has not been able to utilize it. The hand's pretty good here from Tord as well. It's got TM Evo, Kirlia, and an Iono. Ogerpon is the search here on the Drago side. Are we living off this draw? We might be. What is it? Oh, no, there's a research in hand. There's a research in hand. Ends up with an E-switch onto the active. We do need to move the Hawlucha eventually. Most likely next turn is what we're looking for. There's the research. There goes Pheasantipity. So it's double Mew Dippity. That's a lot of draw power. Double Mew Dippity is a surprise for sure. Nest Ball coming out. It's got to be for a Regidrago if we don't have access to another one here. They're going for the Squawk. The hand is not good. How bad is that hand that we're going for Squawk? Has Prime Catcher in it too, but they're not content with it. They're searching out an energy. They might just want to put a fire in the discard pile to combo with the stretchers, I guess. They're thinning out two energy here does not make much sense. Thinning out the 1 energy is also, I feel like, is a little bit questionable. 2 energy. Well, I guess you can superior for them. We did see that they play a superior, at least 1 superior. They also play the stretchers, but 1 stretcher's in the discard pile. Here comes an Ultra Ball now. Oh, okay. So we got the vessel for the fire. So now we have attachment to Drago plus Squawk. Okay, this makes more sense then. This makes more sense. They actually have like a pretty clean start here. They have the energy, the fire to the Drago. The bench is super clogged though with Squawk and Hawlucha. Oh, wait, they have the Motivate. They have the Motivate. Wait, Motivate is sick here. And then there's the Billy. Oh, the Motivate is nasty. That extra energy in play is actually huge. So you can actually play towards the Kyurem line eventually and still have a decent amount of energy built up in play. Also, they brought up a Ralts that doesn't have an energy on it. It's possible Tord whiffs an energy to use TM Evo here. It's still pretty likely to pull off the TM Evo, but... Nest Ball, initially, there was like 4, was that 5 energy on the bottom of Tord's deck? There's the Manaphy. Gotta protect against the potential Kyurem. Don't want to go down to that. Actually, Tord does have Turo in hand. Instead of Ionoing here, Tord could just Turo this Ralts to send up the Drifloon and then get out triple Kirlia and hold the Iono. The next turn, start the turn with Iono. That'd be interesting. I feel like you'd maybe want to try and develop your board a little bit more than that. Well, probably interesting, though, because like you almost want to keep the Drifloon alive as well, though. My biggest question is, where's that fourth Ralts? You could go TM Evo active plus Iono here. Okay, and goes for that. But if there's a Ralts prize, it kind of sucks to lose this active Ralts. You know what would be a sick play? Is to Turo the Halucha out of play and then Legacy Star into it to do like a combo. Yeah, now Tord needs that energy. Or at least another Kirlia. And did find the other Kirlia, so now the energy doesn't matter as much. Unless you can find a Ralts. There isn't... Okay, there's an energy and an Artisan in hand, so you could set up the third Kirlia here. Which you do generally want to do. Yeah, there we go. Use the Artisan. This energy being stuck on the Drifloon is actually kind of sucks here for Tord. I guess maybe there could have been an argument made to try and retreat to the Drifloon so the Drifloon could get knocked out. So that way the energy of the Drifloon ends up in the discard pile. Goes for the Monkey Dory instead. I don't know if there was another Ralts in there or not from Tord. And you obviously could TM Evo for a Gardevoir EX here. But then you miss out on a refinement on that following turn. Which is probably not worth it because you need to get energy into your discard pile to actually pull off the Drifloon attack. Activates the TM Evo, but of course you don't have to take the Guardy. Goes for it though. So goes for the Guardy EX. One less refinement to use next turn, but does guarantee that find of the Guardy EX. You don't have to find that next turn. One less piece. We do predictions on the matches? Yeah, we can for the next match. I got you. Vessel getting rid of Kyurem. I guess another reason to do it would be to protect against a Kyurem play as well, right? You do protect against a potential Kyurem play. Yeah. Which is fair, which is fair. I got 2 minutes left. Did get, what, a Grass and Fire there, which is interesting. I assume they got more to work with in their hand than just that. E-switch. E-switch. Okay. Double Drago. Both getting set up here. Okay. Kind of cooking. Comes that Stretcher. Oh, there was a Drago V-Star in there. Okay. Well, they got the attack off. Honestly, a boss here would be pretty good, but just ends up with a Research. You could V-Star for Prime Catcher on Kirlia to knock that out. Oh, Dragapult knock out the active feels a little bit meh. Like using Legacy also here does not feel great. Yeah, like using Legacy here also does not feel great. Here's the retreat that kind of spells no Prime. So it looks like it is just going to be a Dragapult attack, which I think there is one in the discard pile, unless I'm tripping. Maybe there's not, though. There we go. Now we're putting the Dragapult in the discard pile, I believe, with that Superior. A little bit of energy recovery as well. Yeah, where does the damage spread go? I guess it might be another one of those, like 2 to Kirlia, or maybe... Man, I don't even know, to be honest. 2 to Kirlia, 2 to Manaphy... Ugh. Yeah, there it is. Lining up the Dragapult attack. Boom. Knockout active. 2 to Kirlia... 2 to Manaphy, or is it just a 3-3 split there? It might be a 3-3. 1 prize card drawn. All right, 30 seconds left. The game is almost going to for sure end on Tord's turn here. And then we'll go into a +3 scenario. Well, I'm assuming they're following Worlds rules, because this is like I said, it seems like this is like a Worlds exhibition. Worlds exhibition match, or whatever you want to call it. So that would make me think that they're going to follow the Worlds rules here. We'll see. Tord can KO the active here. There's 10 seconds left. If Tord KOs the active and the time doesn't end on his turn, then it is possible. It is possible for Okay, I think they just went through the turns there. They're counting the turns. And they agreed to tie. Okay, we see a tie here. Tord, I'm not sure the name of the other player. Tord with the Guardy versus the Regidrago from the other player. And Tord, actually, honestly, I think Tord was in a favorable spot, I want to say, at this point. Had the unfair stamp plus the knockout on the active here. It was definitely a decent spot. I mean, if the Regidrago player didn't like dead draw off the draw, then they could win. But I think I'd probably give it toward the edge there at that point. There's also like the Squawkabilly hanging out that can get Scream Tailed at any point. Like Tord can go from like no draw power in play to just easily just getting that and then winning from there. Especially because it had the Artisan in play, and it doesn't look like the Regidrago player has any stadium bumps. Could not remove the Artisan at that point. So the Artisan could always just like find the Scream Tail for a free 2 prize on the Squawk. But yeah. All right, that should do it. The triple Ralts and pass. Player on left, player on right, tie. All right, predictions are up, chat. Go ahead. I'm curious to know who won the coin flip, to be honest. I wasn't paying attention when they flipped. Yeah, get your Gamba on. The predictions up. Looks like we got Charizard. Could be Charizard Dragon Ball. We don't know. We know it's at least Charizard. From Dan here on the right, and then Tord with the Guardy. And Tord is, for a little bit more information for what we know of Tord's list, does have Bravery Charm, does have TM Devo. So could possibly go the spread into Devo route. And then also has the possibility for the big one-hit KOs with the Drifloon. So it has some options. Charizard Control? Could be. Or do you know it is? That's well for the Roadie. After the Arvin. Could be just Force for Poffin. We see this play come up pretty often. Oh, shit. Bars. And then we'll probably see Pidgey plus Charmander here. Isn't Charm almost always worth running? We've seen quite a few people drop it and not be playing it recently. I think just one list made top 8 at NAIC, not playing it at all, is Henry Chow. I don't think there was a second list. Okay, there we go. Force Seal Stone gets the Poffin, and then here come the Pokemon. Charmander, Pidgey. Did think about it for a second. It does look like there's probably no Dragapult in this build. Maybe he was thinking about getting a Bidoof, which I think I would have liked to have seen. Unless they feel like Bidoof is just not worth setting up in this matchup, because having it hang out as a one prizer is like a liability. I could see it, I guess. Yeah. Duskull, maybe? Oh, true. I did forget about Dusknoir. They probably are playing Dusknoir, aren't they? Although getting it this early wouldn't really... Oh, I guess it would allow you to evolve it to maybe get out of range of being gotten after, possibly. All right, there's a Rotom for 3. Over to Tord. Has the Arvin. Has the TM Evo. So could go get... Does Tord feel like that's too little? Pretty big hand on the other side as well that you could Iono back. I guess Tord, yeah, you could just go TM Evo Iono, right? You could Arvin to guarantee the energy, but you're so likely to draw the energy off the Iono that playing the Iono definitely seems fine. A little bit disruptive towards the opponent as well, right? It's not a huge, it's like what, 7 or 8 to 6. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. There's the energy. There's a Poffin as well. Some attacking options for the next turn. I see the Mimikyu in there, which can be a pretty powerful Pokemon to buy time with in this matchup. Question I have for sure is, like, is Canceling Cologne a card that Charizard's running right now? I feel like if you think Mimikyu is really good in this matchup, though, as Tord, you'd probably bench it. The Dory does come down. Could Poffin for a 4th Ralts, but you could try and leave a bench space open to work with here as well. Going to the next turn, you'll definitely have a Ralts that could become a Kirlia. So it feels like probably getting the extra Ralts right now doesn't make a huge difference. Probably not worth it. Decides to not put down the Mimikyu. So it's not going to be like a send up to slow things down the next turn. Yeah, I'm curious to see how Tord approaches this for sure. How many Bravery Charm? I think it might just be 1 Bravery Charm from what I can tell. Could be 1 prize. I don't think there was one in the hand. I could be wrong on that though. We could see Tord just go like the Fluttermane Monkey Dory route next turn, or attempt to go that way. Yeah, we could see Tord go that way. Or we could just see like a reach for a 1-hit KO. I mean, yeah, there's so many options you can take. His name is not Dan. That's his YouTube name. His name is Jen Takamatsu. Jen? All right. Opening up with a Poffin here. We'll definitely see some more of what they got going on this turn, I'm sure. We're thinking about it. What would you grab here? So if they're playing the Dusknoir, which they probably are, they probably don't play B-Barrel, right? There's probably no B-Barrel in here. So we're probably talking like what? Charmander, Duskull here, I guess. Still in thought. Looks like doing a little prize checking as well. Calculating what's available. Any reason for the different 70 HP Charmanders? I don't know. Is Ember not just the best Charmander? If you're gonna play a 70 HP one. Duskull plus Manaphy. So it gets the Manaphy aggressively here to play around Screamtail. Alright, interesting. Duskull as well as established. Is there going to be an attack this turn? Let's see. Is there just going to be a draw 3 with Rhodey? What's their hand like? There's a Charmeleon. So fully protected on the bench there from Cresselia play or Screamtail play. And just draw 3 with Rhodey. Looks like it's going to be just a shuffle and redraw or whatever. Not a big deal. I don't know how shook they're... I don't know how, like, what's called they're going to be with this. Is there a reason to play Amber? Blazing Instruction seems good. I don't know. Is it like the same thing? Stadium Bump Charmander can bump Neutral Center? I guess. Honestly, they probably are both pretty mid, but I guess maybe 30 and 40 damage... 30 and 40 damage might just be the same, I guess. The 10 more damage might not make a big difference. All right, Heavy Ball from Tord. There's a Monkey Dory. So Tord can kind of be the initiator here if he wants. We'll see. Could attack with Fluttermane here and honestly and KO Pidgey. Actually, that would be like a play that could be done. There's a Poffin fail. Guardia is usually pretty comfortable in this matchup when they fall behind, so we could see Tord just kind of do nothing. But I don't know, KO and Pidgey before it becomes Pidgeot sounds pretty good to me. We'll see. There's an Iono to start things off. Has both refinements. Yeah, because you could go Fluttermane. Yeah, Fluttermane plus Monkey Dory. We need to find some Psychic Energy and a Dark Energy and a Fluttermane and a Guard EX. There's definitely some stuff that would need to be found to pull it off. And you would be pretty far ahead on the prize exchange. So stuff like Counter Catcher is going to be turned off for a little while. But removing just the potential of Pidgeot is just usually pretty good. And then you'd be set up in a position where if you can clap back with Drifloon Bravery Charm, or yeah, Drifloon Bravery Charm to KO Charizard into boss KO Rotom, you just win the game in 3 attacks. So, I don't know, that sounds kind of good to be honest. The way that lines up sounds pretty good to me. Like, it's 60 HP Pidgey. Oh, wait, you're right, it is the 60 HP Pidgey. Okay, that kind of changes things a little bit, actually. Alright, I don't know what to do here anymore then. I had a plan in my head that went after 50 HP Pidgey. But with that no longer being a reality, I don't know what I like here. We'll see if Tord does anything. Tord might just chill then. I can see chilling being the play here then. Ideally, you'd want to establish a third Curly if possible. I guess you could KO the Duskull then, right? Doesn't Duskull have 50 HP or does Duskull also have 60? I can't tell from here. I guess we could KO that. 60? Dude, why is everyone so tanky, bro? What the heck? So many tanks on the field. Establishing the Dark Energy does seem pretty good here, so you could threaten Double Dory next turn. Is Tord playing Greninja? I don't think so, no. All right, Tord's getting aggressive here, though. With... Interesting. He's just swinging. 30 on Pidgey. And then 60 active. Oh, I guess this does further set up for the TM Devo play, right? You're just building damage in play for DM Devo. Okay. I dig it. I dig it. I don't know. Losing your Monkey Dory feels really bad, though. But we're getting a lot of it, damage established for Devo. We are setting up for Devo here. Losing a Monkey Dory feels terrible. But, like I said, like this, yeah, you are setting up for that play. You are setting up for the TM Devo play. So towards like going all in on just trying to put as much damage in play to play towards TM Devo. Let's see what the response looks like here. And that's what I'm curious about. Yeah, what is the response going to look like here? As the Charizard player, I feel like you want it to already be ahead in the... You already want it to be ahead in the prize exchange. You want to have drawn a prize card last turn, be putting the pressure on. Now, you can still attack, but like... Now you're like a turn behind. The spread is already being set up. And if you... I feel like you almost have to KO the Monkey Dory here, which doesn't feel that great, to be honest. Yeah, now you're already like... Now it feels like you have to KO this Monkey Dory. Because if you go after the Guardy, you're just going to get punched by Monkey Dory again, right? It's going to move the 20 over. Maybe not. We could see like a counter catcher on Charmeleon, punch it for 60. I want to get confused, I guess, but it only punch back for 40, so you wouldn't want to do that. Monkey Dory move 20 damage over to something. Then we could eventually... If the active gets KO'd here, you could attack with Flutter Mane, though, and set up a bunch of damage into play for the TM Devo play coming up. Would Radiant Alakazam ever be worth in the Devo build? Would Radiant Alakazam ever be worth in the Devo build? I mean, it wouldn't be terrible. I think the bench space is the more awkward, the thing where it's more awkward, more than anything. It's like you'd almost just rather have another Monkey Dory in play, I feel like, most of the time. You start to run out of bench space for Monkey Dories and other stuff as the game progresses. So I have to imagine that's why it's not worth playing, but I could see it. It would give you more control for TM Devo plays and stuff like that, but yeah. With Candy Pidgeot, Candy Zard. Turn late, but still here. The question is, what are we KOing this turn? It's just gonna be the knockout on the active. Like I was saying, Flutter Mane seems kind of good here. Flutter Mane counter catcher. Do you ever just like counter catcher the Charmeleon and spread 20 to the bench, try and establish another Monkey Dory? Seems decent to me. It doesn't feel like you should be super scared of knocking out the Charmeleon here. You can't really TM Devo this turn yet, so you need to like take a turn off. You need to do like one more turn of spreading, basically, and then you'll get into... You could have the threat of TM Devo as soon as next turn, I feel like. Guardy already has so much control on placing damage counters with Alakazam. Yeah. And yeah, you basically already have like... Usually whenever that bench space would open up for Alakazam, you could just bench another Monkey Dory. And that would probably do the same thing. It's possible you could get to a board state where you could have double Monkey Dory. Also, Alakazam doesn't need an energy to attach to it, but you do need damage on your opponent's side to be able to use with Alakazam. Whereas Monkey Dory comes from your side, and you can build up the damage on your side with Gardevoir, so... What does Manaphy protect from the Guardy matchup? Screamtail. It stops the Screamtail snipe. Alright, so Poffin to reset the deck into the Refinement here from Tord. Super Rod, another Curly is great. The Super Rod... I mean, it can recover the Monkey Dory and the Dark Energy if we want to try and get another Monkey Dory aggressively. I'm not sure what Tord's plan is. He wants to Flutter KO Melon here, right? I mean, that's the play that I see that seems pretty good. I mean, setting more Monkey Dories is also good. Confusing the active Charizard with Monkey Dory wouldn't be terrible, to be honest. But yeah, Flutter Mane Countercatcher plus... If you could go Flutter Mane Countercatcher plus Monkey Dory here, that seems like insanely good. KO the Charmeleon, spread 10 to Charizard... Yep, and there's the counter catcher on the Charmeleon. So I feel like we're looking for Flutter Mane here at this point for sure. So you can go KO the Charmeleon, 10 to Charizard, 10 to Duskull, move 30 with Monkey Dory to the Pidgeot. Take this KO, and then you're threatening TM Default board wipe effectively next turn. At least of all the relevant Pokemon. Towards in a pretty commanding spot here, to be honest. As long as we can find that Fluttermane this turn. We have to see what this stamp gives us, of course. See. There's an Artisan. That becomes the Fluttermane. Setting up the Monkey Dory as well. This turn would be nice. Doesn't have a Dark Energy in hand. So would need to find that. Here comes the Curlia. You could find, and there's a whiff. You could have found like Dark Energy and Fluttermane and then got the Monkey Dory off the other thing. The Artisan. And like I said, I assume that's towards play is here. Is to go for the Fluttermane knockout. Opting for the Nest Ball over the Artisan. Doesn't want to give the Artisan over to the opposing side. The Fluttermane attack here without Monkey Dory, though, still sets up for the board wipe on the next turn. Like, it is still possible through the Devo. Honestly, a question here I would have would be, is there a Mist Energy on the Charizard side? I think I saw Tord play an Enhanced Hammer. I think so. Does Snorlax get anything from Shrouded Fable? Zerosic, but I don't know if it's, like, necessary to play. Okay, the fourth Ralts makes its way onto the field. And then, yeah, there's that Fluttermane push. Would have been nice. Like I said, the Dory would have been pretty good here. But at the Fluttermane counter catcher play. Remove the threat, or whatever you want to call it, of the Charmeleon here. Yeah, so there's the 1 up to 7. And then I like the 1 on the Pidgeot, honestly, because then if you could theoretically attack with Fluttermane again next turn and put 2 more on the Pidgeot plus KO something like another Charmander or like the Duskull or something. Something like that. This is where I guess the Dusclops, because the Monkey Dory didn't happen, Dusclops could KO Fluttermane here, right? Dusclops could KO Fluttermane. If you send a Pidgeot, you can't quick search immediately, but you can always retreat the Pidgeot into something and then quick search afterwards. Otherwise, you always push a Pidgeot here normally. So I don't really know, but I don't think there's any other reason to still not send up the Pidgeot that I can think of. Like, you should still always Pidgeot here, I think. Dusclops Boss Guard EX seems pretty tough. Be a 3-prize turn, that'd be pretty good. Yeah, I mean, that'd be pretty good. 3-prize turn. Let's see how good this 3-card hand is. Immediately retreat into the quick search. Looks like I think I saw a Prime Catcher in there, so they're not playing the Unfair Stamp themselves. Otherwise, like Unfair Stamp Boss Dusknoir would be pretty good here. You could just start with Dusclops here, depending on what you have prize, and see where it goes from there. Appreciate the Prime sub there, Herrera. Welcome to the Rat Pack. We're all out of orange juice. But we got plenty of onions. Thinking about it. They're not sure what they want here. Some more thought. There we go. They've selected it. Wait, what'd you say the name of this tournament was, Jake? The Mega Training Camp? Mega Training Camp. All right, so they just went for an Iono there. And they're not a big fan. I mean, whatever they drew, It can't be that good. Pace of play on the Japanese player side. They are taking a little bit long, to be honest. I wouldn't hate to see them prompted to actually make an action here. You gotta do something eventually. Okay. There it is. What? We had this the whole time? We're not cooking? I mean, the biggest thing has to be like another opportunity might just never come up, right? All right, now that we're tied up at 4-4. Do they have nothing else, though? What? This is so bad. Now, there's... As toward here, don't you couldn't just go... you just win. I feel like you just win. If you can find TM Devo, I think you just win. You can just Dory Devo. You could like go, yeah, Dory Devo, or you could go Counter Catcher Rotom, Dory Devo, or Dory Devo and then Boss KO Rotom next turn. I see the Dory. Gotta find that Devo though. Gotta find that Devo. So I think we're probably looking for Arvin here first, if possible. On Tord side, you're probably looking for Arvin. No Arvin. We could whiff, though. It is possible to whiff. No shot he misses the Devo. It's possible. There might be a Bravery Charm in hand, though, so you could at least go... Even going Drifloon KO active here is... Oh, no, there's not a Bravery Charm in hand. Yeah, even going Drifloon KO active here is, like, fine, right? That's, like, enough. Because there's no follow-up attacker on the other side. And there's no threat. Oh, there would be a threat of Radzard, but you could just win the game on the following turn by going Boss KO Rotom still. So you could just go... Usually one of them. You need Devo or you need Bravery Charm. If you get Devo or Bravery Charm here as Tord, you just basically win. So is eyeing up a Pokemon to just grab here and throw to the bottom of the deck, it looks like. Going to be the Manaphy. Might thin it out. I don't know if the Vessel was discarded there or if you could discard the Manaphy with the Vessel. I would bet that Tord has enough energy in the discard pile at this point to actually one-hit KO the active with the Bravery Charm if it is found. But yeah, Bravery Charm or TM Devo I feel like wraps up the game here. TM Devo hits way harder than Bravery Charm because Radzard still could come through on this next turn to at least draw a prize card, and then you could look for like Boss KO Guard EX on the following turn with Charizard. So there's the Dory. There's the energy. And then here comes the Iono. 4 cards. This is a big 4. Has second Dory in hand. Could bench it. Could hold off on it. What is the reason to hold off on it? I can't come up with a reason. Decides to bench it, and then there's the Iono. I think if you whiff everything Heroes Toward, you probably just confuse the Charizard with Monkey Dory, which would get not punished, but like a prime. Oh, and there's the nod from Tord, which I assume was a good thing, but it might actually not be. No, maybe it is a good thing. The nod makes me think he's got it, but I couldn't see the hand there. The nod is usually a good sign. We'll see if it actually is here, though. Yep, there's the TM Devo. I see it in the hand now. You probably just leave the Guard EX in the active, right? Because it can't get KO'd by anything. Retreats to the Monkey Dory with no energy on it. I guess Radzard with No, you can't. It can't be KO'd by anything, right? The Guardy would have 290 left. The most you could, I guess, Tord hasn't seen the A-Spec yet. It could be a maximum belt, right? You could get maximum belted, I guess. I don't know how scary that actually is, to be honest. But yeah, I guess you could be Radzard maximum belt. But also the Manaphy has to move. So it'd have to be like a Turo for turn or something. So, and then you get access to Counter Catcher again. So I don't even know how bad that actually is, to be honest, overall. But goes with the Retreat to the Dory, which is still, I guess, just as good. It's basically just as good, right? Like, you still need like a Turo into a Radzard here to even do anything this turn. So the double Dory is putting on, or the Devo put on too much pressure there. It's like almost impossible to come back from the Devo play. I can't even think of like a line here that's ever going to lead to a dub. You need like bench double Charmander this turn. You could bench one Charmander. I guess you could just bench one Charmander and hope it doesn't get KO'd. That's like reasonable, I guess. Yeah. Why does Zard go back to hand? Because Tord used TMD Evolution. TMD Evolution puts the highest evolution of all your opponent's Pokemon in play into their hand. So the Charizard and the Pidgeot go back to the hand. And then the other thing is get KO'd because their HP is less than it was. Ultra Ball for Luminion for Roxanne is something. Okay, Super Rod. I assume maybe some energy and some Charmanders are getting recovered here. One Charmander, one energy will be another Charmander. It's going to be the Duskull, actually. So valuing the threat of maybe a Candy Dusknoir or another Super Rod for the Dusclops later. But I don't even know if that makes sense. Because Tort always draws at least one prize card next turn, right? Isn't Tort always going to draw a prize card next turn? And then we'll be down to one. So the Dusknoir's not even a viable option. Because then you just lose if you use it, right? I guess you could theoretically... I'm not sure. In Japan, they don't scoop. That's not true. They usually don't scoop because they're playing best of one. But in best of 2 out of 3, Japanese players scoop all the time. Once they actually get to the point where it makes a difference. In best of 1, it just doesn't make a difference. So they never scoop in best of 1 because it doesn't make a difference to scoop or not scoop. But when they play best 2 out of 3, they do concede games. They found the Poffin, which had to be the start of everything, right? Prime in the Zard deck? I think it was Prime, yeah. I think it was Prime. I mean, they're getting the two... I don't know what they're thinking so hard about here. Those are the 2 Pokemon they put back in the deck. Like, what else do they need? They got him. It's funny because like, they use the Poffin. It's like they're almost expecting something more to be in their deck. But all right, wrote him for 3. And Tord with the frame 1 boss. Doesn't even draw for turn. We go to game 2. 23 minutes left. Definitely plenty of time to see game 2 taken here from the Charizard player. And I think I definitely favor Gardevoir. If you play the TM Devo, I think you do favor Gardevoir for sure. I definitely give Gardevoir the edge. It just seems like it's too good. It's too good. Too good in the matchup. I feel like Zard needs to play Miss for all those Devos. Honestly, though, yeah, maybe. Miss might be the move. You may let's just like play 1. If you can just like stop some if you can keep something in play from the Devo. Because otherwise it's just so tough, man. Guardy can sit there, spread damage over like 2 turns, and then they're like threatening a full board wipe. That's like almost unrecoverable from. Opening hand here from Tord is it's okay. You got access to a couple Ralts. I'm curious to see what the choice was here from the Charizard player. Do they choose first or do they choose second? They chose first. Rotom Start is good as long as they got something to back it up. Pidgeys. Or what's the other one? You want Pidgey, you want Charmander. Maybe a Duskull, I guess. They have an Ultra Ball. Goodbye, Dusknoir and Radzard. They're eyeing up a Charmander. You'd also love to get a Pidgey out this turn as well, though. You don't want just a Charmander. You want that the duo Candy Pidgey, Candy Zard turn 2 if possible. Oh, they're eyeing up Pidgey instead. So that... Are we not going to see... And they're shuffling up. I don't think they're going back in for any more basics. So there's, no, once again, no turn 2 pressure from the Charizard player. It's going to be some Pidgey draw 3 off the roadie here, it looks like. Yeah. I guess if you attach to Pidgey this turn, you could attach next turn and like Turo the Rotom and attack, but I don't think we're going to see that. Besides a bunch of Manaphy and draw 3. Yeah, so no turn 2 pressure again on the Charizard side. Does Tord even want to give them the Artisan here? Does end up giving them the Artisan. I think there was like a... There's definitely was an argument to hold it and just play the Iono, because you know how slow of a start they have. Now there could be an argument to use the Artisan. Throws Mimikyu down as well. There's an argument to use the Artisan before playing the Iono. Increase your odds of actually finding the TM Evo. Didn't draw into a Ralts anyways, so no potential punish there, I guess. There's the Artisan. finds a Ralts, has it Nest Ball in hand, so could go get another Ralts. And then the Mimikyu actually here on the next turn is going to be annoying because Tord will be able to retreat into Mimikyu and then TM Evo with Mimikyu next turn, as opposed to TM Evoing with the Drifloon. And then on the Charizard side, you're going to need to, well, either just punch the Mimikyu. Maybe if you play Canceling Clone, you could get through it in one turn. Or you're going to have to find a boss or Prime Catcher to combo with the Candy Charizard on your first swing here. Did Guardy gain anything significant in Shrouded Fables? No, I don't think Shrouded Fable did anything for the deck. All right, Artisan. Probably to be safe, you want 2 Charmander. Oh, even aggressively retreated into the Mimikyu already, actually. I didn't even realize that the retreat happened. It does get the energy into the discard pile. Actually, that is interesting. I guess it makes sense. The only thing I'm thinking here is, like, if you wanted to retreat the Drifloon, because just in case your opponent goes boss up a Ralts, you have the energy in the discard pile, but now you either have to have a Ralts in your active using TM Evo, or you have to retreat into your Drifloon to use TM Evo. Well, no, now that you've retrieved the energy, if a Ralts gets bossed up, you have to TM Evo with Ralts. But if you leave Drifloon in the active with the energy, even if a Ralts gets bossed, you could retreat the Ralts to the Drifloon and then TM Evo with Drifloon instead. It's the only thing to think about there. All right, Arven coming out. Or Arven's already been used. Is Forest Sealstone being used? I was deep in thought there. We are using Forest Sealstone, right? I see the flip. All right, Forest Sealstone. Do we at least have Candy Pidgeot? Can we at least establish Candy Pidgeot? Honestly, Collapse Stadium here would be, well, it would only be that really solid if we can get rid of this Rotom. Do we prize double Pidgeot? That's not good. Uh-oh. I see candies, so there's not 4 candies prized. Yep, we prize double Pidgeot. All right, no Pidgeot game. And now we're using our Forest Sealstone ahead of time, so if we get Iono next turn, the card we grab is going to go back to the bottom of the deck, because we're definitely grabbing a card to set up for a Charizard now. You definitely are grabbing a card to set up for Charizard. Oh, or we're going for Poffin, it looks like? I thought they had a Poffin in hand, though. Maybe I'm tripping. Let's see what they grab off of this Forest. I thought I saw a Poffin in the hand, so I thought that would be our way to get some more Charmander setup, excuse me. Any Ultra Ball for Pidgey turn 1? Yeah. That's the one on the bench. We're talking about Pidgeot, though. Oh, you're saying why didn't he check his prize cards? I mean, that's why you check your prize cards. That's why you check your prize cards. Should have checked the prize cards. And if you did check your prize cards, you would realize, oh, I prize double Pidgeot. Let me go get a Charmander here instead. Yeah. So, has an established field finally. I would hope there's a Candy Charizard combo in that hand there. Tord going aggressive. Or playing not aggressive, but playing fast here. Into the TM Evo and an Ultra Ball off the Arven. Has the Psychic. And yeah, it's like I was saying, with the Mimikyu in the active, it makes things a little bit more annoying. Because now, even if you have Candy Charizard, Candy Charizard isn't enough to get through the Mimikyu. And then all of a sudden, on this next turn, the Mimikyu can just start attacking and putting damage in play. Spreading damage out. To be utilized later. For TM Devo plays, or just build up to make KOs easier. That's when the spread game starts to happen. So we need, yeah, Candy Charizard. I mean, you could attack with Charmeleon here, theoretically. You could, like, evolve Charmeleon, Candy Charizard, punch for 50. I don't know. This Mimikyu's annoying. That's for sure. The Mimikyu's annoying. Candy Dusknoir, I guess, would get there, actually. Candy Dusknoir would get there. We'd want to combo that. But Dusknoir's in the discard pile right now as well. Dusknoir is in the discard pile right now. Here comes the Ultra Ball. I mean, at the very least, you'd hope to grab Charmeleon here. But this is looking like a super... And this might be another Rotom for 3, to be honest. At the end of this turn, we might just see Rotom for 3. We'll see. And at that point, can Tor just win by getting aggressive? Like, I can see maybe we wouldn't want to go Drifloon KO, but... Does Tor play Turo? Yeah, Tor does have a Turo. Ooh, yeah, like, if you could go Turo Mimikyu plus, like, Flutter Mane this turn or something, that'd be pretty good. That'd be pretty good. I'm almost thinking, what if you just, like, took the KO with Guard EX? It doesn't seem that good, though. I mean, you want to do something. Maybe Flutter Mane is still the way. Flutter Mane plus Monkey Dory this turn would be pretty good. If you could, like, Turo, then Flutter Mane, even if it's 90 on the active, you spread the 20, Monkey Dory 30 over, start to build up the spread on the Charmanders. At this point, Tord should know there is no Pidgeot. Thinking about retreating the Rotom. That's another energy gone, though. It's going to opt to attach to the bench instead. A lot of cards in hand. No attack happening this turn, it looks like, though. Just going to be another draw 3 with Rotom, I assume. Yep, there it is. Insanely slow start. That's knockout going out. No prize cards drawn. Definitely have to favor Tord at this point. I feel like Guardy is usually favored even if the Charizard player is attacking turn 2 if you play the TM Devo. Now the refinements are going to start to roll through. And I am curious to see what Tord does this turn. You could kind of just do nothing and just leave Mimikyu in the active. Yeah, you could do nothing and just leave Mimikyu in the active. That's like a possibility. Just chill. Hang out. What was the grab there? Third Kirlia. I think does have a Gardevoir in hand. So, like, could attack with Gardevoir here. There's an Iono. Was that an Arven and a Gardevoir? So choosing to just, like, not put the Gardevoir in play. Just chill. Which generally feels like it's correct. You want Charizard to, like, draw the first... Well, I don't know if that's true. But you'd want to attack with something... Yeah, you'd want to, like, attack with, like, Flutter Mane. You just don't want to attack into a Rotom. Attacking into Rotom feels so bad. Especially at the cost of putting a Guardy EX in play. Not attacking with the Guardy EX, but just putting one in play. I feel like probably just punching with Mimikyu here is going to end up being the play here from Tord. Just Mimikyu punch active. Oh, no, but we already attached to the bench Monkey Dory, actually. Never mind. Yeah, the Monkey Dory got the energy for turn, actually. So we can't even punch the active. So we're probably just chilling here. Probably just going to Curly again, get rid of energy, pass. There we go. Evo's not prized. Plenty of options for the next turn. There's the pass. All right. I mean, at some point, we'll be able to get, like, Candy Dusknoir, or be able to find Prime or Boss. So we'll be able to, like, start going for KOs. But do you, in this situation, do you hunt down the Kirlia? Do you hunt down the Kirlia, or do you hunt down the Monkey Dory here? Not sure. What do you hunt down here? Because the Monkey Dory, honestly, it's not... it's a pretty big threat. The Monkey Dory is a pretty big threat. The only thing you really don't want to KO... Actually, the more I think about the more I think you just don't want to KO Mimikyu, to be honest. If you can avoid KOing Mimikyu for as long as possible, that's probably the play here. As long as you're taking knockouts turn to turn. Just leave the Mimikyu, leave the bench awkward. More awkward for Tord here. Honestly, if Mimikyu becomes, like, the norm... You ever hunt down the Loon? No, I think the Balloon is probably the worst thing to chase here. Because the win condition for Tord is TM Devo. The win condition for Tord is TM Devo, not, like, big one-hits. The Balloon is, like, less of a threat than the Monkey Dory because of, like, the spread threat. You could hunt down the Balloon and hope that Team Devo's prized, and then Tord's win condition is taking big knockouts. Ooh, there's a Thornton in there. And I saw the... Yeah, they have the Stretcher here. They're taking that now. Is that Stretcher about to lead to Candy Dusknoir KO Mimikyu? It might. Let's see. I have to assume if they're going for this, they're going for the Candy Dusknoir. Yeah, it's happening. All right, goodbye Mimikyu. We're getting through it. But we need more than that. Let's see. Only 11 minutes left as well. Boom, there's a go. Prize trade here, 1 for 1. Tord's got to make a push. I assume it's going to be the Drifloon, but we'll see what gets sent up here. That or the Monkey Dory. I don't think you're ever pushing Kirlia here, but yeah, I like the Drifloon send. I think you're still going for like the spread win condition here as Tord, most likely. Ultra Ball being lined up. Okay, so we can get to Charizard. Evolve it on the Charmeleon or Candy it on the Charmander. Both work. Sure, if there's a Candy in the hand, we're hoping to find a Pidgeot off those prize cards here. By Charmander. The Artisan is still around, so if 4 Charmanders in the deck, they can still find that. Was there a reason to use Dusknoir to KO Monkey instead of Mimikyu? I mean, to remove the Monkey from play, but you're more concerned with trying to draw multiple prize cards this turn. So you need to get the Mimikyu out of the active. Now that it's on, Charizard KOs anything. So it'd be like, you could do that. Oh, we're going for Luminion here. We already played a supporter, though, right? I'm not tripping? Oh, we already have a Charizard as well, though. Okay. How many energy are in here? I got 3. They're searching out all... Oh, no, you need to search out all 3 because you had to put one on the active. I thought we were going to put a second on the Charmander there. All right, we're loaded. We're swinging. Finally. It feels like a little bit... It definitely is a little late, but it's better than nothing. But we're going to get like double... There's a possibility that we get like double Dory Fluttermane next turn. And that's tough. That's a lot of spread coming through. That's going to be tough to beat. Back-to-back turns of double Dory plus a Fluttermane attack. The Duskull's reestablished, though. But I guess that won't matter too much if we do get double Dory here for Tord. And we got triple Kirlia. We got Artisan. Like, we have so many ways to find stuff. We have so much cards to see, and then we have the Artisan as well, which can help us find either of those 2 Pokemon. So I think that's definitely what Tord's going to look for here. It's just like Fluttermane, double Dory. Set up the big TM Devo play again to try and have like a triple prize turn. Kirlia send up to begin with. I see the Dark Energy in the hand. So currently the only thing that's missing is... Well, there's also an Arven. So yeah, the whole combo is there to pull off that play. We'll see if Tord comes up with something different, though. Then with the Manaphy, was going for the energy instead. There's the Fluttermane. The second Monkey Dory in the deck, I guess, is the question. But Arven for Heavy Ball would get the second Monkey Dory established as well. It's a lot of damage to be spread. There would also be like an argument to potentially using Unfair Stamp here, I guess, as well. Maybe save that a turn, but you could Iono on the next turn. You could Unfair Stamp this turn plus do the spread and almost make it... Well, I don't know. I don't know if you care what gets KO'd here as well, to be honest. Eyeing up the Super Rod and the Bravery Charm, and then if the Artisan... Looks like Artisan, yep, for the Monkey Dory. Pretty cool. A lot of spread. Has the second Dark Energy in hand. He's getting aggressive with the Super Rod, actually. It's the whole squad back. Mimi, Screamtail, Drifloon. Then into the Poffin. Is this not going to be a Fluttermane angle? It's going to be a Drifloon angle. It's going to be... Tord's going to get aggressive here. What can Tord KO here? Tord can KO the active and Pidgey or Duskull. Ooh, it's going to be a Pidgey Duskull. Ooh, I like that. KO the active. Wait a second. No, I'm tripping. We can't KO everything. Because we have to use... Wait. How much damage can we move over? 1. 6 on the active. Move 6 over. Is it going to be just punch the active for 300 plus KO Duskull? So we're definitely KOing the Charizard here, it looks like, for sure. I thought we were still going to take a spread route here. So that's 300. Okay, we're doing 300 right now. Story number 1. This play doesn't play around Dusclops. So Dusclops is like a possibility here. Which is what I'm kind of scared of. I'm kind of scared of Dusclops. I feel like you can move 30 to the Pidgey here to threaten that next turn, and then move 30 to the Charizard and then knock it out. There's 30 to Charizard. I feel like 30 to Pidgey makes the most sense. So that way, like, because Candy Pidgeot might not even happen because you know double Pidgeot's prize, so if it wasn't pulled. Goes for 30 on Manaphy, though, instead. I guess that opens up Screamtail. You could, like, double Dory KO Manaphy next turn and then snipe Rotom. Oh, wait, but I don't think Tord plays double Bravery Charm. I'm actually not sure. I don't think Tord plays double Bravery Charm. I guess you could go Counter Catcher it, though, or boss it as well. You could boss Rotom, KO with Guardy, plus double Dory, KO the Manaphy. So Collapse would be a pretty good pull here, for sure. So get rid of the Rotom, I guess? Probably get rid of the Rotom. We'll see if Pidgeot can even get established at this point. There may be still prize as well. Like Quick Search might not even be a possibility this turn. Boss Guardy Vacuum later. Boss Guardy Vacuum later. If you Boss Guardy, you turn Counter Catcher back on. I don't think you can afford to do that. You can't give Counter Catcher back to the Guardy player at this point, or you probably always lose to Rotom getting knocked out. If you can get rid of Rotom, then maybe. But yeah, you can't give Counter Catcher up to Guardy anymore, or they'll just win. Unless Rotom makes its way off the board, then there's like a possibility. I think so. Vacuum Counter Catcher Guardian win. They have 4 prize cards left. It's impossible to win this turn. They could go Candy Dusknoir, Vacuum, Candy Dusknoir, Candy Charizard, Vacuum. There we go. There's Roxanne. Oh, okay. Yeah, towards that 3. Okay. That's a big ask right there. Oh, here we go. We got the Roxanne. We haven't used any candies on our Pidgeys. Candy Charizard, Candy Dusknoir, Counter Catcher, Vacuum. That's 6 cards. Wait, no, we only need 5 cards for that. We're not even asking for all 6 here. That seems reasonable. If they even play Vacuum. I don't even know if they play Vacuum. Okay, they don't seem overly devastated by the draw. They've definitely, yeah, it looks like they're going with the Super Odd. I think they probably have Candy Charizard here. They're eyeing up energy. Dusknoir's still in the discard pile here. They're not grabbing that, but Dusclops is all they need to KO the active if they want to do that. Of course, that means Vacuum's not an option. If they even play the Vacuum, though, of course. I'm not sure if they do. Charizard double fire. Looks like they're going back in. They only have 2 minutes left as well. They still need to draw 4 prize cards. If they only draw 1 prize card this turn through attacking, we'll see. Isn't that 7 cards, 2 candies, are Dusknoir, Vacuum? Oh yeah, we need 2 candies as well. I was just counting the Dusknoir and the 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we needed 1. We need a Counter Catcher before we played Roxanne. No, you're right. That is 7 cards. Is it a pass? Pass is bad. Don't pass. Have something. Bump the stadium? I mean, it's probably better to draw 3. Oh, it's not good. Tord has game with a boss here, I believe. Double Dory plus boss KO Rhodey. If not, just healing. You ever heal 60 off the Drifloon? Healing 60 off Drifloon, that makes things a little awkward. But it means your Drifloon, maybe you get the knockout with, because then the Drifloon doesn't die to, you have to be like Vacuum plus something. Oh, man, there's the boss, though. That'll work. Boss on the Rhodey. Dory, yes. And a dub over the Zard. It's a shame we didn't get to see the Charizard player draw a little bit more aggressively. When they attack, like turn 3, they attacked on like turn 3, right? I'm pretty sure they attacked on turn 3. Like it's unfortunate. Here we go. Guardy versus Regidrago. Kato is going first here. The Poffin's coming down. Get some of those rolls into play. Curious to see what Kato is. I assume Kato is now playing Manaphy in Guardy. Didn't at NAIC, but I feel like the threat of Kyurem and Regidrago has to be too high to not play it. Oh, I got the prediction. Thank you for reminding me. Our prediction is up. Who do you got? Kato on the right with Guardy, or Daichi on the left with Regidrago? Get your predictions in. How was the matchup? How was the matchup? I think I favor Regidrago, but I've never like played this matchup at like a super high level. So, we'll see. We'll see. All right. Kato does in fact play Manaphy now. I feel like you kind of gotta. It seemed a little sus at NAIC to begin with, to be honest. A little sus. Have you been thinking that this whole time upstream? All right, over to Daichi and immediately getting into the search with a vessel. I saw the Dippity. I see Prime. Turn 1 attack is possible here. Turn 1 attack here is possible for Daichi. Could get off double E-switch to the active. Or switch into Ogerpon, Excel attach, Excel to another Ogerpon E-switch. So we could see an attack with Ogerpon or the Drago here, possibly. Has the fire attachment into a research. No Ogerpons yet. Still possible though. See what Daichi can put together. There's a nest ball. I assume for an Ogerpon, but we'll see. Could go for a Squawk and get more aggressive. There's the pawn. I wonder if Daichi whiffs. I'm curious to see if Daichi uses the first attack of Regidrago or not. We'll see. There's the first Ogerpon Excel. And then do we use the Drago attack? Getting some energy here would be really good. Milling too many good cards would be really bad. There's an E-switch and a pass. Okay, so chooses not to use the attack there. E-switch to the active in case of Iono. No Iono here for Kato, though. Just has the Arvin. And actually, I think if the attack had succeeded... No, I guess Kato could have always got a Vessel here. I was like, there's no energy in the hand, but we could have always got a Vessel, I guess. Why Manaphy down? To play around Kyurem. Yeah, to play around Kyurem. Yeah, Team Evo's being searched out. And I guess the question is just what else to grab. I see the heavy ball is lined up there, but I don't know if that's going to be the take. I was just like checking for that. Oh, might go for the heavy ball. Yeah, it is a heavy ball grab here. Dude, why is it whenever I see a hand from the Regidrago side, it always has like 3 supporters alongside a research, or it's always like 3 research. Like I'm pretty sure Daichi's hand is 3 research and an Iono, and then like 2 other cards. Just have the Iono though. So goes for the heavy ball for the second Dory here. And it does make its way to the bench, and then here comes the TM Evo. The prize cards get rearranged a little bit, and yeah, here come the two Curlias onto the Ralts. Yeah, we'll probably see an Iono. Well, actually, I don't even know if you do want Iono here as Daichi, because Kato did so little on that last turn. You really want to give him those extra cards to work with, or do you just throw out a research and lose the rest of your draw supporters for the rest of the game, basically? All right, here we go. Canceling clone top decked. I think it's gonna be a research angle here. Yep, we're definitely gonna see a research angle here. Angle here, and we did top deck canceling cologne. I'm getting there. So if we stuttering, if we find Prime Catcher here and carry him to the discard pile, it could happen. It could happen. Let's see what Daichi's got. Oh, didn't even get another grass to go with the Ogre Pawn. Interesting. Oh, didn't even use restart either. Interesting. So Daichi didn't want to see any more cards before the research went down. A little curious. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Still has more cards to see. Prime Catcher and Kyurem to the discard pile, of course, are the targets. Ultra Ball to clear out the hand. Ooh, I think we could have played Ultra Ball and Nest Ball there as Daichi, to be honest, before we do this. Go for this card draw. Another E-switch. Yeah, I think Daichi could have thinned out 2 Pokemon there. Didn't get punished. I think we could have got, like, Drago plus Pawn. Or double Pawn, even. We don't want to draw into those. Oh, maybe didn't want to play the Ultra Ball until... You wanted to maybe draw first, because if you get Kyurem there, of course. I guess that's fair. Oh, okay, hold up. Let me go a step further. Ultra Ball could get Hawlucha. We could just attack with Dragapult for the turn. So, actually, I don't hate this slower approach here from Daichi. The more I'm seeing it play out, to be honest. And honestly, I think if Daichi was able to just go Hawlucha, KO Ralts this turn, KO Dory, KO Ralts, honestly, maybe you go after the Manaphy there even. I could see that as being a reasonable route to go, just like, be like put the pressure on. Oh, but I guess we did use the Canceling Clone this turn, right? So maybe we do want to be a little bit more aggressive. The Canceling Clone has been used. So maybe we do just Legacy Star here and see if the combo is possible. No, takes it slower though. Just goes for the knockout. Doesn't even evolve. Has the V-Star in hand, chose not to evolve as well. Wait. Okay, I don't know how I feel about that, because now Kato can go Guardy EX knockout with a Monkey Dory. Don't you want to, like, force Kato to have a little bit more? Avoids confusion? That can't be the correct play. You don't care about confusion. There's no way. Get your Prime Catcher. Like, what are we doing here? Just go find your Prime. That was turn 1 for Daichi, right? No, that was turn 2. His only attacker is Giratina. Oh, wait, you are right. His only attacker was Giratina. I was trying. Yeah, all right, I'm tripping. Okay. No, that's a good play from Daichi then. Just conserve the Legacy Star and just chill. Appreciate the 2 months there, T. No, that's correct. I was like, I was like, what the heck? This does not seem correct. But further analysis, no, I think that's a good play from Daichi. Otherwise, you'd have to commit to the Legacy Star, which you probably don't want to do. Also, I think Kyurem was prize. He got it from his 1 prize. Yeah, it does look like that was the true as well. So you could never pull off the Kyurem play to begin with. Unless Daichi plays 2 Kyurem, I guess. Could be 2 Kyurem. Let's see how Kato responds. Didn't do too much the first 2 turns. And sheesh. That hand doesn't look too good. I'm a little confused. Why is there a Flutter Mane and a Counter Catcher under an Ultra Ball? Where did those come from? Are they being Ultra Balled away, or... I wasn't fully paying attention because we were discussing the play that was happening. 2 refinements prior. Oh, okay. Refinement, Ultra Ball. Okay, cool. Thank you. Let's see if Kato can find. I don't even know if Kato has enough energy to attack. Kato might just be passing here with Ralts in the active. It might just be a pass from Kato. Maybe you grab Tatsugiri to push up if the Tatsu's in the deck. There's 1 Psychic in the discard pile. And I don't think there's a supporter in the hand here either. So Daichi not able to have as aggressive of a turn as he wanted, but Kato doesn't have any aggressive response so far. I guess we are going for a Kirlia here. The card we need to find probably is Iono, right? Like, I think we have to find an Iono here. So that's got to be the find off this refinement. Here we go. Gets rid of the Artisan. Iono or Unfair Stamp. I feel like an Arven isn't going to even be able to do enough, because you can't get Vessel and Ultra Ball off an Arven. Still only 1 Psychic in the discard pile. Hey, there's a nest ball. Like I said, the Tatsugiri makes sense that. Yep, and there's the Tatsugiri lineup. You can't get into the active this turn, but after this Kirlia goes down. But we could see Daichi have the big play. The canceling Cologne combo KO triple Kirlia. Oh, wait, Daichi did really not like that top deck. What was the top deck? Wait, what was the top deck? What was it? The Prime Catcher's in the deck. The Canceling Clone's in the discard pile. Second V-Star found. Maybe he did like it. It didn't. His expression didn't make me think of it. He liked it. It was an Ogre Pawn. His reaction to that was just so weird. I feel like his reaction was so weird. I appreciate the 2 months there, Alex. All right, double evolve. Could bench the other Ogre Pawn. You don't have to bench the other Ogre Pawn. You could leave some bench space open for other stuff. Goes with the Ogre Pawn bench. Okay, here comes the Mew for 1 into a fire energy. Could attach that return to the bench. Regidrago. And then has an Iono in hand. I mean, there's triple Curly on the board and a Tatsugiri. Oh, maybe. Ooh, okay. I think Daichi's thinking, what if I Legacy Star first and find Boss? That's got to be what Daichi's thinking about, is what if I Legacy Star first and find Boss? And there we go. 5-6. No Boss. Dude, his reaction. Do you grab the Canceling Cologne? You got to grab the Canceling Cologne still, though, right? And then we could also grab a Grass Energy. That next card could be the Boss. You could grab Vessel as well. Dude, Daichi's mannerisms are so funny. Ionoing Kato here doesn't seem terrible because of the double refinement plus Tatsugiri. Like, Kato's going to see a lot of cards next turn. The Tatsugiri's probably going to find an Iono. 2 refinements to work with. You can still get Prime, right? Yeah, so the question is, do you grab Research or do you grab Waste to draw with Ogre Pawn? Because if you grab Waste to draw with Ogre Pawn, the Ogre Pawn could find you Boss. There's the Canceling Clone. But now if you go with the Research is the top deck. I want to know if the top deck's a Boss so bad. The top deck is the... Fudge, what's it going to be? I think it's going to be the first card in hand. I can't see the hand. I think the first card in the hand was... Now, at this point, I've lost it. Because you could have grabbed, like, Vessel or something, and then... Or, I don't know, just Grass Energy, and did that first. And then if you find Boss, that's good. If you don't, then you play Iono. And then you basically see the same amount of cards Research would have seen you. Ogre Pawn number 2, Prime? Prime! That's it! Oh my gosh! Alright, well, hold on. We saw Tord make a similar comeback in this situation in round 1. Triple Curlia down, 2 prize cards left out. This is definitely a way more devastating board that Kato has to recover from than what Tord had to recover from. But Tord was able to do it. Let's see if Kato can make a comeback from the Regidrago with 0 energy board state. This is way more devastating than what Tord had to come back from, I feel like, though, for sure. We'll see. Difference here is that Daichi has a second Drago to set up. I mean, yeah, Kato definitely has to play through trap your active in the active for the rest of the game situation. Oh, there's an unfair stamp on the way, though. I mean, Mew set up. Got some Ogre Pawns for some draw power. Tord also had a Guardian board? Yeah. Tord had a Guardian. That's what I'm saying. Kato's in a worse spot than Tord was when Tord made his comeback. But let's see if Kato can do it. Let's see what Kato can put together here. Need some Ralts. So we're seeing double Super Rod happen here. Valuing the Monkey Dory really highly here. And the Dark Energy. Interesting. Okay. I mean, they're pretty good. They're pretty good Pokemon. And there's the unfair stamp. Has the TM Evo set up as well. So just needs to find a Poffin or some Ralts. And then Daichi to like dead draw a couple turns. Yeah, I feel like with this build of Regidrago with Kyurem in it now, I feel like you have to play Switch or like you have to play Switch or Turo, because you need to be able to move that active Regidrago to either be able to attack with Ogre Pawns or your backup Regidrago. Otherwise, you can get stuck for too long, which can lead to you just losing, right? The other thing you could play, honestly, actually, the other thing you could play in Regidrago would be a Manaphy. So that way your opponent has to KO your active. Yeah. How do you KO both Curly on the bench? He used Canceling Clone to shut off Manaphy's ability, then used Kyurem's attack, which targets 3 of your opponent's Pokemon for 110 damage and targeting all 3 of Kato's Curlias, knocking them all out. Well, Manaphy was in the active with Canceling Clone, shutting it off. All right, the Ralts are back. The TM Evo's online. Kato has recovered, basically almost as best as you could on this turn. Oh, only 1 Curlia, though. The other Curlia, means it probably means the other Curlia is in hand, I would assume. I would assume that means there's a Curlia in the hand here. But there is an Iono in the hand here for Daichi, so Daichi could send it. Could Ultra Ball this whole hand away, or do you want to save the boss and just play Iono? Goes for the Iono. How many E-Switch are... Daichi only has 1 E-Switch left. You for 1. Well, it can't be that good. And there's the pass. Okay, over to Kato once again. Honestly, this matchup is interesting. I wonder how long you can wait out on the Kyurem play. I feel like Daichi could have waited longer for the Kyurem play if Daichi had like Dragapult in the discard pile and was able to like attack with Dragapult more aggressively early. Then you just wait for the Kyurem play a little bit longer. Almost to the point. Well, no, I don't think I'd ever include Countercatcher in Regidrago. In this situation, I think Daichi's play was probably correct. If Daichi had something like Dragapult to work with, maybe it would have been better to go. Also, for the situation, Daichi was kind of committed to the Canceling Colognes 2 turns in a row. Like, kind of just had to play it, and then next turn, use Legacy Stars, so you kind of have to recover it, have to play it, which means then you have to commit to the... So in that situation, like, Daichi had to commit to it, but I think you can definitely take your time. Yeah. I feel like Guardy should play a rare candy or 2, can figure out how to play it. It would really help with recovering from a Kyurem. Possibly. I could see it. I was going to say, what if you just played 3 Guardy EX, so you increase your odds of finding it, but then you also have ways to, like, just take your Curlias out of range on a turn. I don't know. Maybe not. Was reset for 3 Iono better there? It's close. Conserving the boss is really, really good there for Daichi. And Daichi has, like, 2 turns before he actually has to attack. And also it depends on what Kato's next attack is where it actually matters. Which is Kato not have a second Curlia? No, there's 1 in there, right? Wait, what happened there? Because Kato, like, didn't get a second Curlia with the TM evolution. Oh, then got Iono'd, so it was in hand. Now I get it, yeah. It was in hand, and then got Iono'd. Okay. I was so confused there for a second, but Daichi did play an Iono last turn. Vessel coming out here for Kato. Psychic Dark on the way. Yeah, no attack happening this turn from Kato. Oh, wait, no. I take it back. Because the Team Evo, we do have an attack this turn. I thought we had to wait 1 more turn. But no, we do have an attack coming out this turn, actually. All right. Kato's going to start to put on the pressure. Screamtailing the bench one probably would have been a little bit better, but this is something. Oh, is Kato even going to punch the active, though? I guess you could just not punch the active. You could Ultra Ball force... You could have Ultra Balled for Screamtail, though, and Screamtailed the benched Drago. If Kato plays Screamtail, I guess. Giving up the Bravery Charm there. I'm kind of assuming Kato plays Screamtail, but maybe not. All right, there's the Curlia grabbed again. But if you can KO this Drago... I don't think you can KO it this turn. But if you can KO it next turn, it's possible Daichi might not be able to set up another Drago. The Ogre Pawns are still threats, though. The Ogre Pawns could just win with back-to-back attacks. So it doesn't have to be... You don't have to use Regidrago to win the game here as Daichi. Okay, so we are going with a Guardy Punch here. Into the active. The hand here from Daichi, I think, is dead. Just a pass. So just a pass to be able to recover the or retreat the energy. Be able to retreat the energy off the active. Goes for a fire to attach to the active here. I assume. Makes sense. You want to be able to create that, make that a threat as soon as possible. Here comes a Nest Ball. The rest of the hand is dead here. For Daichi, though. Just has 2 Pokemon. So Ultra Ball would be a really good draw. Research if there's any left would be a really good draw. There we go. Restart for 1. What is it? Ultra Ball. It is the Ultra Ball. That will thin out the rest of the hand. Chooses not to do it yet. Holds on to it. That would have put the Dragapult in the discard pile. I don't know what the other card was, though. It's like Dragapult. Oh, and Regidrago V-Star. If you get Ionoed here, now you don't have the Dragapult in the discard pile, which would have been nice. Not sure how I feel about that, to be honest. Dude, is there any way to play like a 5th and 6th E-Switch or something? Can we put, how do we put more E-Switches in Regidrago? Wait. There's a card. What's the card called? Somebody knows what I'm talking about. Yo, Poppy? Yo. No memes. That sounds better than Thornton. Because, oh, shh. Nobody leak. Nobody leak. When I win Worlds with Poppy. Wait, hold up. That's kind of busted. 1-1 Blissey? No, you're capping. You're Captain Crunch over there. Blissey has 4 retreat costs, bro. Our problem is we're getting stuck. We don't want to put something in play that can't move ever. Blissey ain't it, bro. Blissey's never moving. It's the never move. But that Poppy, though. Yo, hold up. Gotta get these energies off these Ogerpons. All right. Guardy play has been made. The setup Regidrago is down. Grass in hand here. Daichi can't win this turn? Oh, wait, hold on. There's 5 energy on this Guardy. How much does an Ogerpon need to take a knockout? Yeah. 150. We're close. 151. Wait, we can win. We can win this turn with E-Switch. We have to get Accelerate to an Ogerpon, attach to Ogerpon, E-Switch from Ogerpon to Ogerpon, knockout. Yes. Yep. So you definitely accelerate this to the Ogerpon here, I feel like. 5 energy on Guardy. That's definitely a mistake. Yeah, he definitely just misplayed. Because he could have put it somewhere else, right? And still got the same outcome of KO on the Drago, right? Or am I trolling? I might be trolling. I don't think I'm trolling. I think we still could have got the same outcome here with not putting as much damage or as much energy on the Gardevoir. How much damage is on the Gardevoir? It's just 1. No! Wait, what is Daichi's hand? Do we still have the Ultra Ball? Boss. I assume we go after Kirlia here. I guess I could see there could be an argument to get rid of a Monkey Dory, I guess. He had game. No, he needed 1 more energy. He needed 1 more energy. Daichi needs 1 more energy here. But if he had moved it, if he had not played the boss... Oof, still wait. Oh, wait, there was a Vessel! Wait, no, he did have game! Right? He had game. I didn't see he had the Vessel. No, Daichi with the throw! It's not over yet, though. Daichi hasn't lost. Wait, so he had 1 on each Ogerpon and could have put 3 more energy on 1 Ogerpon. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that would have been knockout. That would have been knockout. Where's the 6 going here? Oh, he's just splitting 2 2s. Maybe some 2 action. Hate to see it. You hate to see it. You do hate to see it. Is there damage on Guardy? Yeah, there's 1 damage on Guardy. Unless that damage on the Guardy is not a damage on the Guardy. But there is a dice on the Guardy on a 1. Which I'm pretty sure there's a 1 on the Guardy. Because we loaded up 2 energy, Monkey Dory 3 off, left 1. Loaded up 3 energy, put 6 on it, Monkey Dory twice. Yeah, there is 1 damage on the Guardy. Does he play Bolt? No, he plays Tina. No, did he see it? Oh yeah, he just saw it. I think he just saw the play. Wait, maybe not, maybe not. Oh, wait, did he have Ultra Ball for... No, because he got prize cards. He didn't have Ultra Ball for Halucha. Although I think Halucha's still in the deck. Maybe he saw the Halucha play. Maybe he's like, oh, wait, if I put 6 on 1 thing, I could have Halucha next turn. But that would have got healed, probably. He can't lose this turn. Daichi can't lose this turn. Halucha's in discard, I think? Okay. is it possible for Kato to get out of range of losing? It's possible that Kato might be able to get out of range, because like how could you set up this board? I believe Daichi has a stretcher left. So the stretcher becomes energy, which means the Ogre Pawn can always attack. So if the active gets one hit KO'd, yeah, I'm not sure what the play here from Kato is. Maybe it's like they trap the bench. Maybe you trap the benched Ogre Pawn. Stretcher becomes Halucha. Stretcher could become Halucha, yeah. Well, if the Regidrago doesn't die this turn, you're probably losing, right? The Regidrago has to die this turn. Yeah, the Regidrago has to die this turn. We have, or we have to trap something in the active so Regidrago can't attack. If Regidrago can attack, we lose. Probably. I feel like for Kato, it's always Countercatcher, Ogre Pawn, Screamtail, I think. We had to kill Monkey Dory last turn to play around triple Monkey Dory from Turo, right? I don't know how much Dark Energy Kato plays. No, but Daichi could have just KO'd Gardevoir and won the game. Like, Daichi literally could have just won on the last turn. Kato's retreating. Oh, are we going for the Confused with the Dory? Yo, let's go! The Confused Dory play! You'd love to see it. I believe Daichi does have a Grass or a Stretcher left, though. So Daichi wins with finding energy. Or on a coin flip. I guess Daichi could just flip for it and get heads, and then Daichi just wins. Yo, appreciate the 49 months there, Fred. Have you tried Diploid Thwacky? I have not, no. Well, no, I have. It's not very good. Okay, Ultra Ball. Oh, I think it's guaranteed. Bench Radzard, draw the Stretcher. I think we do have Daichi walking away with the dub. Oh, no, Daichi has... No, but that should be fine. Draw 3. There we go. Stretcher for Grass. Accelerate to the pawn. Do you have to have you don't have to have cards in deck to use that ability, right? I'm trying to think about how it's worded. I don't remember. All right, 22 minutes left. There is no possible way Gardevoir is winning this match. So this is going to be a dub for Daichi or a tie. Gardevoir could win a game. We could see Gardy getting a game win here. Yeah, Daichi got the Kyurem play. Got the Kyurem play. Do you? I don't think so. Why Thornton? Why Thornton? Was Daichi playing Thornton? Radzard's still not attacking. Radzard's like almost exclusively for the Raging Bolt matchup. Radzard kind of sucks in the deck, to be honest. It's like exclusively for Raging Bolt. That's about it. Not that it mattered, but I'm pretty sure Guardy didn't take prize cards from Knockout. No, they did. It looked like 6, but there was 4 left. Radzard is good in Mirror. I mean, it's okay. If they just have Gust, they usually just have Gust around it, though. It's all right. So Poppy the play? I'm locked. Let's put Poppy in. I'm down. What's going from 100% lose to not 100% lose? Yeah, but we want to think about overall win rate. Is our overall win rate just going down by playing a terrible card? I'm leaning towards yes as of right now. So Kato chose first. Not a very good hand for going first. Dory, attach to Dory, pass. On the other side, though, Daichi's cooking. Turn 1 attack. Oh, could be on the way here, actually. Because you turn 1 attack with an Ogre Pawn, knock out the Dory. That sets the tempo. Pretty good place to be. A better attack would be attack turn 1 with the Regidrago. That's a little bit more difficult to pull off, though. We expect to see a lot of Regidrago counters at Worlds. It's hard to counter Regidrago. Regidrago is like a pretty versatile deck. It's pretty hard to counter Regidrago, I feel like. There's some stuff, but like, I don't know. The deck's pretty good. And it also has, if Regidrago gets a read on the counters, can like tech other dragon attackers to help beat stuff as well. So, the deck's just really good, to be honest. Regidrago is just really good. Cornerstone? You just play a Shredder. If you really want to beat Cornerstone, you just play something with Shred. Or you can just like, depending on the matchup, you just attack with the V and you're like still fine. Yeah. Oh no, you have Canceling Clone. Never mind. You play Canceling Clone now. Yeah, you're already cooking. Like the deck now, the deck plays Canceling Clone. It's like that many less things can beat the deck. The deck's just broken. All right, second Pawn, but I don't think we have a second Grass for it. But we do have Drago and Fire, which is what we're looking for. Discarded the Iono, but hasn't played a supporter for turn. There's the research. We do lose a Drago V-Star, but that's not a huge deal. A boss getting being put in the discard pile is almost the bigger deal, probably. Ooh, this could be a Billy angle. It's a lot of bad cards, but we do have the Stretcher in hand. I don't know. This could be a Billy angle. We do have Stretcher for the V-Star, though. And there's a research for the next turn. So I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm not sure. Turn 1 attack would still be nice here. But I guess it's like almost not possible anymore because we committed the fire to the Regidrago V. The turn 1 attack's just not possible anymore, which is fine. It would have been cool, but not necessary. Getting the Kyurem established is great. That's like another thing Kato has to worry about on his turn is finding Manaphy. If it's not prized, and if it's prized, got to find that heavy ball. Not playing Gudra. I haven't seen the Gudra. I don't think so. I think it's just Kyurem, Tina, double Dragapult, I believe, are the attacking options here from Daichi. I think the other Dragapult player was playing the same as well. Do you think Lucha is a must in Drago? Yes. You should play Halucha. If you want to play a worse build of Regidrago, you can feel free to cut it, but I wouldn't recommend it. So second Drago grabbed here, and I assume we'll see it be put on the bench here as well from Daichi. Is there a reason to hold on to it? I can't come up with a reason to hold on to it. Are we still contemplating the Billy here? It's going to be Billy. We're going aggressive. Okay. Billy's in. Wants to see more. I'm not sure I love it, though. We had Stretcher plus Research. We're already down so many draw supporters. Are we even going to draw into a draw supporter here? And now we need to draw into the V-Star as well. I almost liked holding the hand, but hey, it's a pretty good draw. That draw is not bad. Ooh, no, it's not bad. It's not bad. We should probably E-switch to the bench here, though. You should E-switch to the bench, Drago here, I believe. Although I guess holding out on it plays around boss, specifically on your other Regidrago. But there's a better chance you get there's a higher chance you get Iono'd here. You're probably gonna get Iono'd here, so I'd probably E-switch to the. I would E-switch this to the bench. I'm curious to know what Daichi's contemplating here. Oh, maybe retreating and attacking with the V instead of E-switching. Oh, that is the play. Oh, wait, the Billy load up, bro. The Billy load up is broken. I forgot about the Billy, though. Yeah, the Billy load up is just broken. The Motivate, bro. The Motivate. Gotta love the Motivate play. Makes sense. Yeah, the Motivate goes crazy. What's Temple for in Drago? Lugia. It's just like a Lugia tech. There's probably some other situations that come up, maybe against like weird control situations with like missed energy, but Motivated, get him, Billy. Oh wait, it sets up 20 damage. The Dory's gonna get value though. All right, is there a Manaphy here? There's the Manaphy. I see it. Here's the Poffin. Ralt's Manaphy's got to be on the way. The Dory value though. All right, Manaphy established here for Kato. Does have to leave the Dory in the active, though. Does have to leave the Dory in the active. So if it is a slower start here from Daichi, Daichi's attack will be knocking this thing out. I'm sure Daichi wants to go Prime Catcher or Boss, canceling Cologne, KO both Curlias, and do you ever just, at that point, you might just KO the Manaphy, to be honest, but you'd probably go after the Monkey Dory, actually. I take it back. I don't hate it. Maybe, do you ever go after it? And that's it in that way. All right, here comes the Dory move. I mean, I honestly have no idea where you put this. You probably onto the Regidrago with energy, but you got me. Let's see what Kato thinks is correct. All right, makes his way to a pawn. Okay. That does make it an easy target for a Gardevoir EX. All right. Let's see. What is Daichi looking for in these situations? Oh, there's the Thornton. Daichi's like reaction. All right, we do have to commit to the Legacy Star here as Daichi, which you don't want to do. I was hoping for a research. See, this is why I was like, I didn't really love the... But I guess we couldn't do the Motivate. The Motivate was pretty good, to be honest. The Motivate was pretty good. The Motivate was pretty good. Not going to lie. Ooh, looks like Mew EX. No, Mew EX is there. But do you want to commit to the Mew EX, or do you want to keep the option of the Hawlucha around? Now, you can't Hawlucha if you Mew. And if you Hawlucha, you could KO the Manaphy, which then all of a sudden puts the pressure on. You put the pressure on with the Kyurem. Commits to the Mew, though. Commits to the Mew. So we don't have bench space anymore for the Hawlucha. But it can still be a threat later in the game. The Hawlucha is still a threat later in the game. All right. So it's got to be a Legacy Star, and we have to pretty much recover Research here as one of the targets. The question is, how bad is this going to hurt? Let's find out. Here we go. What do we lose? Oh, Superior, canceling clone, another boss. Eyes up the Superior. Maybe we don't. We're only recovering double grass with that. Yikes. And is eyeing up that canceling clone. I feel like that makes sense as well. Then we're not going for the research here, though. All right. No research grab. Superior for 2 energy, and then draw a card with an Ogre Pawn, and then attach attack is what we got here. This is not a Kyurem play, though, in the hand. Sinnoh can go. Oh, no, we got some better discards there, actually. The Dragapult and... Is that the Radzard? I think it's Radzard, right? So we'll start with an Ogre Pawn here, for sure. And then the other one might just make its way onto the Drago and might just attack. I really want to know what's in the hand. I can't quite see it, though. What do we get? All right, Sinnoh gets thrown out just to burn it. Could have saved it as like a counter stadium to an Artisan, but not a huge deal. And yeah, there's the retreat into the Regidrago. And yeah, we're going to see the Dragapult attack here. Knock out the active. Another question is, where does the rest of the damage go? It might be like a 2-2-2 angle. 2 on Manaphy, 2 on Kirlia, 2 on Kirlia. You threaten the Kirlias with a follow-up Dragapult attack. And then Manaphy is under threat as well. You could also do, because we are carrying the Monkey Dory, we could see a 6 on the Manaphy to line up for a potential Hawlucha play. But that probably won't be what we see here. Think about putting 1 on Drifloon. I don't think you want to do that. Maybe, though. Maybe it doesn't matter. Does it not matter to have that extra 1 there? Oh, maybe it's fine. I'm trying to do the math in my head real fast. But if a Bravery Charm comes down... No, I guess you get there no matter what. I guess it might not matter, and then you get to potentially get to KO it. You put the pressure on it. Yeah, it might be fine to put that there, actually. The more I think about it, I think it's okay. Also, there might have been a Bravery Charm. No, that was last game. Kato discarded Bravery Charm last turn. All right, there's only 12 minutes left. Like I was saying before, as we were going into game 2, this is never a win for Kato. This match never ends in a win for Kato. Unless Kato, like, donked Daichi. But that has not happened. We're pretty deep into game 2 at this point. The only result here for Kato ever is a tie. Yeah, the only result here ever for Kato is a tie. Only positive result at this point. The most Kato can get is a tie at this point. But you still need to actually win the game. And there's only 11 minutes left. So Kato does need to pick up the pace probably a little bit if you don't just want to get 1-0'd here by Daichi. Gotta make something happen. Let's see. What is the choice here? Protect. It's like the game Protect the President, but it's the Manaphy. We're going out of our way. We're so concerned. Yo, we gotta protect him. Gotta protect the Manaphy here. Manaphy gets the Bravery Charm. Protect the Manaphy at all costs. We can't afford to get... Oh, it's a lot of energy. That's not bad, though. We got the Ogre Pawns. That was a pretty good draw there, actually, for Daichi. You can basically play it out almost the whole hand before drawing with Mew there. I gotta keep the Manaphy safe. Kyurem is the #1 op here for Kato. So anything to survive a Kyurem hit or to prevent a Kyurem hit is what we gotta do. Have you ever seen someone in a tournament get a warning for slow playing in a situation like this? Yeah, of course. I have. Me. Well, I wasn't slow playing, but I was playing too slowly. Like, I wasn't doing it intentionally, but I was playing too slowly, so you gotta get the warning. There's a difference between slow playing and playing slowly. I don't think Kato is slow playing. I think Kato is just playing slowly. Which you should still get a warning for at the same rate. Like, well, if they think you're slow playing, theoretically they'll approach it differently. But you should get a warning or even more penalties for playing slowly. But playing slowly here, like in terms of like, we think Kato's doing it intentionally, just based on situational. It doesn't favor Kato to like play slowly here. If you want to add that to the equation. Thanks, Soda. Isn't a warning just something you can just brush off? No, warnings escalate. If you have a warning for playing slowly, your next would-be warning for playing slowly escalates to a double prize penalty. And then escalates, I believe, to a game loss. And then it might escalate. I don't know how the escalation goes from there, but I believe it's warning, double prize penalty, game loss, maybe match loss, or maybe it just goes game loss, game loss, game loss, game loss. I mean, that's already like, you're already getting bodied for that. I don't know how many game loss slow play would be warnings you could get, but yeah. All right. Drifloon's getting loaded here. There's going to be a punch, though, from Kato. Oh, hold on. We got a counter catcher. Going after the bench Drago, hoping to trap it in the active. Okay, this is something here. This is something here. Legacy Star's down. This thing's got 3 retreat cost. It's slow. It's beefy. Reggie Drago V. Let's see if this thing can get stuck in the active here. But if Daichi can find some E-switches or get this thing to the bench, Daichi's in a pretty good spot. And is pretty close to the play, to be honest. Has the evolution, has the attach, is a couple E-switches short. Or maybe some kind of Turo play could happen here from Daichi. Like you could Turo this into something with a lower retreat cost if that's in the discard pile. And then retreat it. Let's see. I'm pretty sure it escalates to DQ after match loss. It might. I'm just not sure. There is an escalatory process that does happen with accumulative would-be warnings of the same penalty. Thorin self-KO. Yo, Thorin self-KO. Actually, that could be a thing. Do we have something in the discard pile? Yo, yeah, how much damage do we have on it? Yeah, we could Thorin into Kyurem. Thorin into Kyurem. And then we knock ourselves out. The Kyurem goes back to the discard pile. We bench another Drago V. Hey, I'm down. Escalations are very dependent on the situation, not usually a hard and fast rule. Okay. That makes sense as well. Yeah, if they think you're being malicious, they should, and I feel like usually do take harsher action. Okay, so no Thorin out here as we evolve. So Thorin's not... Wait. Can you Thorin an evolution? How does Thorin work? Is it a basic into a basic, or is it any Pokemon into a basic? You can't? It has to be basic into basic? Okay. All right. Need double E-switch here then. Or a switch. I don't think Daichi plays switch, though. From what I've seen, it doesn't look like Daichi plays switch. Oh, the double E-switch, though? I mean, that's basically game, right? KO Drifloon, KO Kirlia. Who cares if the Manaphy survives when there's nothing else for the Manaphy to work with? Like, that feels like it's just game right there. Vessel, there's a grass that could be grabbed. But it seems like Daichi's thinking about just leaving it in the deck. Does opt to leave it in the deck. Yeah, got the double E-switch combo. Look at that. Was there 4 E-switch left? There was definitely 3. There's one more in the deck right there. Honestly, for a lot of these situations, a switch would effectively be an E-switch. The more I'm seeing how this plays out in this situation, it feels like a switch would be like, or the Poppy. I'm just saying the Poppy could be pretty good. Could do it. All right, down to 3 prize cards. Still 6 prize cards left for Kato. Could finally knock out this active Drago here with a Guardy this turn, but then it would fall to a Tina on the next turn. It's looking still pretty good here for Daichi. Lining up some 1-prizer here from Kato. Probably going to try and attack with that Drifloon again to get this knockout. That makes sense. Drifloon KO. Get the 2 prize cards. You have to get through that next Drago, though. There's another Drago waiting in the wings. Maybe try and, like, attack with Drifloon this turn, plus set up a Monkey Dory and start to move damage onto that next Drago. If Kato can get through these Dragos in back-to-back turns here, I think Kato could get there. I think Kato could get there. We'll see. I see an Iono in hand. There's also an Ultra Ball. I can't tell what the other card is. Goes for the Arvin. All right. Unfair. Oh, he's getting aggressive with the disruption here. I don't know if I like that, actually. How many cards does Daichi have in hand? And Daichi has the Mew established. Unless we're going to try and KO the Mew this turn. Is there anything else for Kato to grab here? A Devo, an Evo. Opts for nothing. I assume we're going to go back in with that stamp here, though. Yeah, there it is. I have to crack my PSA 10 Poppy. The Poppy might be the move, to be honest. The more I think about it, the more I like it, because it doesn't just allow you to attack with a Regidrago that turn. Like if you're moving the 2 energy off of an Ogerpon, it completely removes the liability of that Regidrago. If you go from one Regidrago setup, the other one trapped in the active, and then you go Poppy, remove 2 energy from the Ogerpon to the Regidrago that was trapped in the active. It's not just like switching into the other Regidrago and then getting the other one trapped in the active again. You've like created 2 Regidragos at that point. So it's definitely interesting as a potential inclusion. All right, the Dory was found here. You could take the knockout with the active Guardy, but then Tina knockout Guardy is a threat. So you can't do that. You can't attack with Guardy here, because then we should get Tina and lose. Unless you just have to hope that the... No, you'd always get Tina here, I think. I think Tina's in the discard pile and the energy's on the board, so... Maybe you go into Confuse with the Dory here. It looks like that's the play. We saw it in game 1. We're seeing it again here in game 2. Kato's only move is to confuse the Regidrago and then hope that Daichi has to attack and get tails. But I don't even know if that's going to be the outcome here. Yeah, there it is. 60 and confused. Daichi, of course, is going to try and avoid having to flip through the confusion. Could have just at this point, could just hard retreat and attack with the bench Drago. We'll see. Ooh, that's pretty good. You could attach active and E-switch to the active and then retreat it, and then it has 2 energy on it. That's good. That's pretty good. And then draw 2 with restart, and then you're at least attacking with Drago. But if you get boss, then you just boss KO the Guardy with Tina. She's in the tank here on this one, though, thinking through everything. But that's what I see here. I think we can just go E-switch to the active and then play the stretcher. If there's an energy in the discard pile, attach active, then draw 2 with Mew. If not, we can retreat the active and then recover an energy and then attach it to the Drago. And then draw with restart. Depends where the energy... If there's no energy in the discard pile... Yeah, I think Daichi is going to go for that play. The correct way to sequence it would be to not retreat yet if there's energy in the discard pile, but I don't think there is. So you should have to hard retreat first. That's fine, though. Yeah, Daichi's stressing about it, but I feel like this is pretty straightforward. Like, this puts you in a pretty clean spot. Doing one last look. Oh, there is a fire. Hold up. All right, we can sequence it a little bit differently now. Oh, but goes for the retreat anyways. Sure. You can probably just stack 6 on the Manaphy to threaten the KO on that on next turn. Stretch it for a fire, attach, E-switch from the Ogerpon to the Drago. And not as big of a liability anymore. We start for 2. Is that Prime? We can't use it, though. I thought we used our Prime already. Yeah, we can't use Prime because we already retreated. Oh, just stacks the Guardy here. Okay, seems fine. I thought we were going to see a stack on the Manaphy, but stacking the Guardy seems about as good. All right, there's a Mimikyu, which can stall here for a little bit. Mew is not set up here. Yeah, the Mew is not set up here from Daichi to be able to answer the Mimikyu. And we're just going to see a punch for 70, it looks like. Well, the Prime Catcher is in the hand here for Daichi, so Daichi will be closing this one out. 2-0. Regidrago over the Gardevoir. We have yet to see the Pheasantipity get used from any of these Regidrago players. Actually, in general. I don't know if there's a Pheasantipity in the Charizard deck or not, but nobody be Dippitying out here. There's lots of Fez, but no one be using it. Is it a... All right, here we go. Yoshi going first. I don't know the name of the player on the right, so if anyone chat knows, let me know, or let us know. Got the pawn. I see an Ultra Ball. Nest Ball. Probably gonna look for a Drago. Does want to find an energy to attach to it as well, obviously. We'll see. Starting Zard is Grief. Yeah, starting Zard is really bad. Actually, I wonder what... Prime Catcher's maybe the only way to move it, to be honest. Prime Catcher might be the only way to move the Radzard. Although I think there was a... I think Yoshi plays the Thornton, maybe? Is that what I saw in there? Maybe that was a Turo? Yeah, you could try and Thornton, I guess. There is a Thornton or a Turo. I can't tell what it is. It's the full art. It's right... Maybe already passed it. Where is it? We passed it. I couldn't tell if it was a Thornton or a Turo. Chat probably knows. Alright, Drago found. V-Star's in hand. This is a Billy angle, though. Or maybe even a Mew angle. Ultra Ball away research, which makes me think it's a Billy angle, but... It's a Billy angle. Could you also Phantom Force 200 to a Mew and Billy and spread 3 damage counters to 2 Dragos so you could try and close out with Zard? I mean, you can, yeah. Oh, was that a Pal Pad? It's the first time we've seen a Pal Pad in the Drago here. Yoshi with the Pal Pad. Okay, okay. I don't hate it. Just if you're going like research, if you're going like research boss only. Although there's probably like one Iono in there, I'd imagine. All right, second pawn. There's the Billy. And we're billing. It's funny that, well, I guess you could have benched that. You definitely want to leave the bench for another Drago, though. All right, what do we got? We need an attachment for turn. We just want to attach to the Drago, at the very least. Okay, there's a Vessel. Did get rid of a Drago V there, so I assume probably has another Drago V in hand. But I guess you don't need one this turn, so maybe not. It's going after double grass, so there might already be a fire in the hand here, to be honest. There might be a fire in the hand already. So just excel one to the Ogre Pawn, and then you have one for next turn to excel to another Ogre Pawn. All right, pawn number 2. At the very least, we could attach the grass for turn. I'm kind of making a guess that there's a fire in the hand, though. We'll see. Maybe the thought process is if we take a fire and then draw a fire, that'd feel kind of bad. Not sure. There's a fire in the hand. I'm not. What do we now? Triple E switch next turn? Attack with the... Oh, maybe we are playing for the Thornton play. Maybe we are lining up for the Thornton play here. Because we did put the Drago V in the discard pile. Drago V's in the discard pile. We attached the fire active. This feels kind of sus, but it is lining up. Unless Yoshi's just thinking, I'm just going to threaten you with Radzard until you KO it. Like, this is going to be here. Next turn, I'm going to attach again. And then I'm eventually going to attack with it, so you have to respect it. And if you don't, I'm just going to keep swinging with it, and I'm going to eventually win with it through that. So that could be the thought process here from Yoshi as well. It's just like, I'm going to attack with this eventually. You got to KO it. And if you don't, then you'll KO around it, and then I'm going to go Gus KO your Ogre Pawn. And then if you don't have Gus, then I will win the prize straight off the Radzard. I don't hate. It is really awkward to open the Radzard, so you have to get a little funky. Because it doesn't seem like Yoshi plays Switch. Although, there could be a Switch in there. He's going to Poppy and double E-Switch to Radzard. Okay, now we're talking. Now we could see the other side here, though. We could see this. Well, that would be like an expensive... Oh, just pass. Hit him with the triple E-Switch. Let's go. Knock him out. That would be. Oh, the Thorin's in. Already got the Thorin. We're in. But is there an attacker in the discard pile that can actually knock out the active? High enough vessel research. We already played a supporter for turn though. Supporter for turn has already been used. I don't know if there's an attacker that could actually get a knockout here though. Vessel, grab some grass. E-switch, attach. Oh, there's a Raging Bolt. Yo, Yoshi knows, bro. Yoshi knows. No, but Tina's better. Everyone should play Tina. Everyone should play Tina. Everyone should play Tina. I didn't even realize the Bolt was there. Tina's better. Tina's better. Play Tina. Play Tina. Play Tina. All right. Why is Bolt better? It's only better in Mirror if you play Gudra. It's also better against Guardy because Guardy can set up a Guardy GX, Guardy EX with not enough damage counters on it for the Tina to get the one hit. The big matchup is Guardy and Mirror match if you play Gudra. Oh no, if they play Gudra. But if they don't play Gudra, it doesn't really matter. But it's really just the Guardy matchup. It's only that. That's the only reason. Guardy's so free already. I don't know. I'd have to test it more, but maybe with the Kyurem combo now, maybe it's like, maybe it is free. Although last format, it definitely felt favorable as well. But that's how they win. If they're gonna beat you, that's how it feels like they do it. They get Guardian the active, and you can't kill it, and you're like, well, shoot, I'm punching this for a turn. Like they Iono you and like kill one of your Ogre Pawns or something with a counter catcher, and you're like, all right, I whiffed. Punch. That feels bad. I think Yoshi opened Radzard or Kyurem. I think Yoshi has to pick between Radzard and Kyurem here. Unless no, there might be a Regidrago in the hand. There might be a Drago. There is a Drago. But it doesn't feel good to open Drago either, I would imagine. Alright, let's see where it goes. Now, get to go first on the other side. Vessel. Hopefully they have a Drago energy. This matchup doesn't seem too fun, to be honest. It's not. Most mirror matches in Pokemon are not very exciting, to be honest. Yeah, most mirror matches in Pokemon are not very exciting. Well, that's not true. That's not true. I take that back. Some are. I would say maybe like 20%. 20% of mirror matches are cool in Pokemon. 80% of mirror matches are terrible. You'd rather watch like a non-mirror match. I'll say like, it's like 80-20. Control mirrors are fun? Sometimes. Yeah, sometimes. Strong mirrors are amazing to watch. They're okay. They're not very fun to play. I think the only cool current mirror is Lost Box. Lost Box mirror sucks. No. Lost Box mirror used to be cool. I disagree. I think Lost Box mirror is terrible now. It used to be cool. Lost Box mirror used to be cool. Back when you had Scoop Up Nets. I don't think Lost Box Mirror has been good since Scoop Up Net. I think Scoop Up Net made Lost Box Mirror interesting. But post Scoop Up Net, it's not very interesting. Did we whiff the Drago V here? Dude, these draws have been so lopsided here. Yo, Yoshi is just a big Radzard enjoyer. Just throws it down. Establish the Raging Bolt and the Kyurem. 2 energy to the discard pile. Could have... I don't even know if I like that. Could have attached one to the active. Attaching a fire over a grass on this first turn doesn't make a huge difference, to be honest. I don't even know if I like that there from Yoshi. Why not just attach one to the active there? Is there really a reason? What is the reason if there is a reason? I feel like there's not. Yo, Peach's 25 months there. Calamity. I feel like there's not a reason. If there is a reason, I don't know what the reason is. I mean, more energy in the discard pile to use with Stretcher and Superior, I guess, but like, I don't even know if that's like a... I feel like a good reason, so I'm still, seems like a stretch. Oh, there was a fire found. There might have been a different energy in the hand as well, though. Another Nest Ball here. Could get second Drago. Goes for the Billy. We're getting aggressive here. Billy's on the menu. You also don't want to commit too many energy to your active here, because you don't want to commit too many energy to your active because you don't want to. I guess you could get knocked out by Ogerpon. You could get knocked out by Ogerpon for sure. We are attaching. No E-switch is being burned, which is good. Did have Reggie V-Star research. Do we really need to Billy here? I'm not sure. That feels kind of iffy to me, to be honest. I feel like it would have been fine to just go pass. Or maybe Nest Ball for another Drago. It's super aggressive, though. Uses the Billy. I wish I had draw supported plus V-Star for the next turn. Like, I don't know. That just feels like enough. That feels like enough. It feels like we don't need more. Because those are like two of the cards we're going to want to find next turn anyways. I'm not sure. Not sure how I feel about that, to be honest. Why are the emotes Christmas mode still? I mean, look at the board. We got red and green everywhere. Everyone's in Christmas mode right now. Palpad found. Goes for the Thornton. Thornton recovered alongside that one of the researches. More options in the deck for later. Only 5 months away. We celebrate early. Yeah. Only response on YouTube when people super chat. That's just not. What am I supposed to do with it? What do you mean? No one's even super chatted today at all on YouTube, and I've been responding to YouTube all day. You know what? Fuck you. Get out of here. Literally, no one has super chatted at all today. I've been responding to YouTube all day. What part of Japan is the tourney in? I have no clue. Not sure. Oh, what the fuck? That came out of nowhere. The leaves? The leaves was unexpected, and I don't think the opponent thought about the leaves coming in either, because I think they would have probably retreated the Mew. Ooh, Magma Basing. What the heck? Things are getting spicy out here. Yeah, the leaves is kind of hype, though. That's a much easier way to get a turn one knockout, a turn one attack. Now using the Squawkabilly makes sense, because we had going for the leaves. Who's expecting the leaves to be fair? I mean, that's true. Nobody. I'm not. But we could get the return knockout here. We're just an attachment plus an E-switch away from return KOing these leaves. Dude, if Yoshi Thorntons this into a Drago next turn and then knocks out the active, I'm losing my mind. If we see Thornton happen next turn, I don't know how much I like the leaves. The leaves is interesting. Hitting for 180 is just such a mid number to hit for. It's just, I mean, obviously it worked out here. We got the KO on the Mew. All right. Sure. But like, there's an Ogerpon in the active. I guess sometimes they only have like one Charmander. Ultra Ball for switch card sounds pretty good. True. It is a switch card. Maybe that's its biggest value. Ooh, wait. You might be cooking there, Jake. Leave a bench space open. We push it to the active. Oh, that's almost what it's... So you get the turn one attack knockout option. But if they trap a Drago, you can put it down to eat one energy. Oh, shoot. Thorn coming in on the other side now, too. But we whiffed. Unless I'm tripping. It's a whiff. No. Dude, what if we got Prime Catcher KO the Mew off the bench now? Dude, one time. Yo, KO the Mew again. He brought him back just so we could knock him out. Now, Dragapult can clean up the Virizion on a later turn. Going for like a 4-price turn, like KO Squawkabilly plus... Yeah, KO Squawkabilly. Or even Hawlucha, I guess, could KO it later as well. Is it harder treat pass? Harder treat to pawn. Is it just Prime Catcher energy in hand? They're superior for 3. Plays a Pokestop as well. I saw that Pokestop there. Draw some cards. We're pawning. What do we got? Prime attach KO. Dude, KO in the Mew game would be hilarious. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson? That's it. Yeah, that's the... Get him. No. Is it just a pawn punch? It's not a knockout though, right? Oof. Is that worth it versus just setting up towards a Drago? We're so far away from a Drago, it feels like now. Super odd just for the V-Star. Dude, Yoshi's list has so much stuff in here. Yoshi's list has so much stuff in here. That's 210. Oh, shoot, that is a KO. Oh, never mind. I was like, I thought, like, are we doing 180? Just to chill? And then the research, we're still going? Okay, never mind. I thought it wasn't a KO. I'm tripping. Drog was established now. Dude, Yoshi cooked this game. Yoshi absolutely cooked. All the tech cards came out. The Virizion for the turn 1 Mew KO. Honestly, I love the Virizion as an idea of like a switch card, though. That's actually like really, really good. Because you could have an energy on your Ogre Pawn. You could have a Regidrago trapped in the active. Ultra Ball for Virizion, bench Virizion. Take an energy, move it to the active, take an energy off an Ogre Pawn. You don't even attack with the Virizion. Then you should retreat it into the Regidrago that your opponent was trying to play around. Yeah, and then also is like a potentially an aggressive turn 1 attacker. I really like the Virizion inclusion. I really like that. I like Yoshi's list here. Yoshi's list is really interesting. I like a lot of the cards there. A lot of the cards being included. Eat Zard too. Does one hit KO Zard, yeah. Sometimes you can't quite get 3 energy on an Ogre Pawn, but if you can get 3 energy and play in general, boom, we're swinging back. Okay, hold up. It might not be over yet. Here's a Radzard. There was also an Iono, right? So we're now Iono down to 2 here for Yoshi. Yoshi does have 2 prize cards left, but there's no attacker set up, and Radzard's about to swing and knock out the Ogre Pawn here. I don't even know what you push up as, Yoshi. Probably the Virizion? Maybe the Radzard just to buy time? If your hand is really, truly terrible, maybe you just send a Radzard to keep the energy on your Virizion to be able to E-switch off it later. Let's see. Also a pseudo triple E-switch paired with Thorin. That is a combo for sure. Put it into play, suck up all the energy. Or suck all the energy onto the Virizion, put it into the active, Thorin it into a Drago. Or whatever. I guess it depends what you want to attack with, right? It's cooking. That list is cooking. I like it. Virizion as like a switch card just seems kind of broken. Oh, we still have Legacy Star here as well here. We also have Legacy Star available for Yoshi still. Do we use it yet, or do we wait for another top deck? Theoretically, if you just pass and then your active dies, then you could win next turn with Legacy Star plus Radzard. But the game could be won on the other side next turn with KO Squawkabilly, KO Virizion, or Iron Leaves, whatever. Ooh, we're going in with Legacy? Legacy activated? Okay, Legacy activated. I have no clue. I assume E-Switch research, but I don't know what else we have available to us. That's just my guess here. I don't know. I guess I don't know the cards in hand either. But I assume none of the cards in hand are research. Yeah, looks like E-Switch research. And then you need to find attach E-Switch Prime Catcher to win the game this turn. Yeah. Or actually, you can win with the Virizion Prime Catcher in the Mew. Yeah, that could be our play here. Oh, then should we have actually sent Virizion to the active? I guess we sent Virizion to the active because of... We'll see what the take it. I mean, it looks like it's gonna be the E-Switch plus the research here. Yeah, what are those last two cards in the hand? Okay, there's the E-Switch to the Drago. So we're giving up on the Virizion, but we could have E-Switched to the Virizion. Another pawn. There's the research. Okay. We have game. Not yet. Oh, wait. We still have Prime Catcher left, right? Should we have E-Switch to the Ogre Pawn? Because then we could have gone Prime KO the Mew off the bench with 4 energy on the Ogre Pawn, actually. Is that the play to have played for, actually? Maybe. I could see that being the play. I don't think we have game this turn. On the other side, though, their board is not that developed, but they have the possibility of game. There's the pass. Okay, can they put it together here? KO Squawkabilly, KO Iron Leaves. We need it. Sheesh, we need a lot. There's the prime to start off with, though. The Billy's coming up. We need to find double E-Switch and a Regidrago V-Star. We haven't used our Legacy Star yet. There's a research. If we just get... Actually, I don't even know if there's any E-Switch in the discard pile. We got to be pretty close here, though. From this 7 plus a Legacy Star... They whiff? Oh, no. Well, they're not there yet. Hold up. Let them cook. Here comes the Superior, I assume. No, it's an Ultra Ball. Okay, that's the V-Star. We are 2 E-Switches away. Is there any E-Switches in the discard pile? Just 1. They don't have the second E-Switch yet. So they need to mill an E-Switch with the Legacy Star. Halucha? Oh, wait, does this work? Oh, the Halucha for the dub! The Radzard resets! Let's go! That works as well! Damn, dude, Regidrago is such a crazy deck now. If you put... They have everything in there. The Zard, the Halucha. Yoshi literally has, like, everything. The Virizion. That one developed very interestingly. That was a very interesting end to that game there. Definitely an exciting one. I'm interested to see how game 3 plays out. That was a cool mirror. That was a cool one, yeah. That was a cool one. Let's see if game 3 is just as cool. What is this, round 5? Someone in does anyone in chat know how many rounds are in the tournament? Someone in chat earlier mentioned that there was 6 rounds. Game 3 with 27 minutes left? Yeah, plenty of time. I'm probably, if there's 6 rounds, I'll stay up for the last round. If there's more than 6 rounds, I'm definitely going to bed after this round. There's only 1 more round left. I'll stay up for it. I think it's 6 plus cut. 6 plus cut? Oh. I definitely can't stay up for cut. We could watch it tomorrow, though. We can rewatch it tomorrow. That can be the plan. That can be the plan. So I'll watch the last round. I'll stay up for the last round. Just take a power nap before cut. Nah, no shot. I need to get my sleep. I gotta go lift tomorrow. Sleep's too important. All right. Kyurem start, not great. Kyurem start's not great. What time is it there? It's almost midnight. Just the energy to Ogre Pawn pass. Has an Ultra Ball in hand. I can't really tell. There's like a boss in there, some other stuff. What time zone am I? Well, I'm West Coast. Turn 1 donk. Well, Yoshi's going first here, so it's not possible. I mean, it has Ultra Ball and Fire. But if the hand's dead, then we got to go for Squawkabilly here, I guess. I think Yoshi's trying to decide what is best to discard in case Squawk is prized, probably. What do I want to keep if Squawk is prized? I would assume. I can't really tell what those gold cards are, so. Gives up Fire and Radzard. There might be a Super Rod in the hand, and we're just going to recover these two. Maybe eventually it was like, screw it. I'm just going to get these both back to the deck after getting the Billy. And Yoshi does play Super Rod. We have seen the Super Rod for Yoshi. Yep, there's a Super Rod. Recovers the Pokemon and the energy. Then we're going into the Squawk and Seas. Looking for that Drago energy combo to set up for a powerful, or as powerful of turn 2 as we possibly can get. Also wants to like probably find like, you know, you want to combat with like Boss or Gus or something. You don't really want to be knocking out a Kyurem with a 2-prizer. Excuse me. You don't really want to be knocking out a Kyurem with a 2-prizer. I mean, Iron Leaf just increases the turn 1 donk potential with this deck, no? I mean, yeah, it does. There's the Drago. Do we have an energy or a vessel? All right, got the vessel. Wait, do we have gold vessel over here? We don't, right? I think I've never seen that card before until Yoshi's played it in this set. Not yet? Okay, that's what I thought. Should I build Regidrago? I mean, if you want to play Regidrago, I would say sure. All right. Honestly, the last 2 games have looked so weird that this feels like the first like normal initial start here for the Regidrago deck. The last 2 games were like, it was like turn 1 Virizion, and then we attacked with Ogre Pawns, and then game 1 was like a turn 2 donk. But here we go. Energy on Ogre Pawn, energy on Regidrago. That's what I'm used to here for the deck in general. Ultra Ball away an E-switch is never a good sign. That's never what you want to be doing. Usually you want to be using those like uh-oh, and they're shaking their head. Is Squawkabilly prize or something here? Well, I feel like they definitely prized something. They were shaking their head there. So I feel like something that they wanted is definitely prized. We'll see though. They have located the Drago. So as long as they attach to Drago, they have like a decent threat of a turn 2 Drago. Bryce Thornton. Man, there's a lot of Drago here. Dragomir reminds me of early XY gameplay, back to Research's Ends and Evil Ball. And maybe a bit. Is Drago the best deck going into Worlds? Is it Drago? Is it Drago's moment? All right, fire to Drago and pass. All right, Yoshi's seems to be decently set up here for the turn 2. Yeah, the Squawkabilly's got to be prized there, right? No supporter played. Attached Drago pass. I mean, you could effectively just like lose the game here. We could even see Ogre Pawn KO the Drago. Well, no, you need too many energy there. Goes with 1 to the bench in the end. We're probably looking out for an attack with Drago here. You could just wait though. You could just pass and leave the Kyurem in the active for a turn, and then initiate when you can get the 1-hit KO maybe a little bit more cleanly. Possibly. If you go for the Radzard, I assume you go for another Drago here, or maybe like a no. You probably don't want Mew. I'd assume another Drago here is going to be the grab. We'll see though. Another pawn. Dude, Yoshi loves going for the triple Ogre Pawn. With one more bench trace open, I don't hate it for the current situation, I guess. There's the research. I guess it's just trying to maximize the potential for the draw here, right? If we draw into 2 grass, that's 2 more cards to see. He's playing 3 or 4 Ogre Pawns. I'm not sure. It is one of those. It is 3 or 4. I'm not sure. We haven't seen. I can say for sure. I don't think we've seen 4 on board or in play, like in discard pile on board so far. But it could be 4. With how aggressively he plays 3 out there, you'd think that he would play 4, but okay. Pawn 2. Still has Legacy Star as well. I see an E-switch in hand and an attach, so like you could attack here. Yeah, you could attack here with the Drago V-Star. Another energy accelerate to the active. I mean, with an attach on the active, you do knock out the Kyurem, but you want to draw a single prize and then remove the Kyurem from your opponent's side of the field. It makes Radzard not useful going into the late game, but also like kind of like gives them a switch card this turn. I'm not sure if you want to do that. All right, here comes the Vessel. Like I said, still has that E-switch in hand, still has Legacy Star. All the Ogre Pawns are expended at this point, so no more draw power coming off the board. We played our research for turn. Legacy Star is still something that could happen. You could Legacy Star, get rid of Raging Bolt, knock out the, and then get rid of Raging Bolt, and then Prime Catcher KO off the bench. I mean, that'd be good, but that'd be a lot to hit off the Legacy Star. I don't think we have Raging Bolt in the discard pile yet, and Prime Catcher's definitely not in the discard pile. Is it going to just be the pawn attack? It is. Wait. Doesn't that KO? Wait, how much HP does that thing have? Am I tripping? I thought I had 120. Top deck Legacy Star, maybe? Or just goes into it. There's a research. That's probably a big deal. 130? It has 130, really? I guess I'm tripping. All right, what is the second grab here? I guess it depends on what's in the hand, right? That's a second E-switch to go down. That's big. Once this Drago goes down, it's going to be hard to set up a second Drago. But if you take an E-switch and can't use it, it doesn't really matter that you took it because you're going to play this research anyways. So is eyeing up the Ogre Pawn instead. Yeah, be down 2 E-switch is not great. Settles on pawn research. Vessel can get the grass attachment for turn plus the grass for the Ogre Pawn. But still needs to find an E-switch. And then even if you find an E-switch and you attack here and KO this Ogre Pawn, honestly, actually, I don't even know what attack you'd use to do that. Maybe you just try and attack with your own Ogre Pawn to knock out the active. But even then, you need an E-switch. I don't know. And then you're still, once again, running out of E-switch. But maybe that is your play here. Just Ogre Pawn, KO, Ogre Pawn. Well, actually, that's probably not going to happen. How do you KO this? How do you get this Kyurem out of the active? Oh, never mind. Prime Catcher. We did it. We need to find an E-switch now, though. We're all in for an E-switch here. Is that a switch? I can't tell what that is. It looks like a switch, right? Something tells me they did not get an E-switch. Wait, we're not done, though. We got grass in hand. We can Ogre Pawn into it. Let's go. Don't get disappointed yet. We're not done. We're still cooking. But even if we do, what attack do we have available? Do we have Tina available? Tina might be available. All right, there's some U grab. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get our hand low enough to draw into anything. Here we go. E-switch. Go ahead and make an assumption that there's no E-switch. Second Rage Drago placed. You gotta hope you don't get KO'd. If you get KO'd this turn, the game is basically over, I feel like. What are the attacking options there for Yoshi? I just see the Vrizian and the Regidrago, so I don't think Raging Ball's been established yet. But that hand looks pretty good. It looks like there's an Ultra Ball and a Research, which should become the Raging Bolt, which would become the Raging Bolt, I would imagine. Yeah, it's there. I see Ultra Ball Research. It's there. Let him cook, though. You'll proceed 11 months there. Yaffa. That is the 4th Ogre Pawn. Confirmed 4 Ogre Pawn, right? I'm not tripping. Is that a 4th Ogre Pawn? Looks pretty pawny to me. Is the Raging Bolt there, though? Uh-oh, it might not be. High enough to Dragapult take. No Raging Bolt, it looks like. That's big. The Bolt is prized. Or it's in the hand. Palpad eyeing up the Thornton and a Boss. Makes sense to me. Now, we still could get the first 2 prize knockout here for Yoshi if we can find Prime Catcher. You can Prime Catcher KO the Mew. You can KO an Ogerpon with an Ogerpon. So as long as you find Prime Catcher here as Yoshi, you still get the first 2 prize knockout. There's the E-Switch. Just need to find it. There we go. Research. And it still has Legacy Star to work with. Can the Prime Catcher be found is the question. No Prime. Still has Legacy Star, though. And Ogerpons to be used as well. There's still Ogerpons to be used. Oh, it's the last card in the deck. Only 1 Grass Energy to work with, though. Plus 1 draw. The question is, you don't want to use Legacy Star. The question is, there's no question. You don't want to use Legacy Star here. But if you whiff, do you go for Legacy Star is the question. You don't want to. Let's see. Nope. Is it a Legacy Star moment to try and find that Prime? KO the Mew. Honestly, you could KO the Kyurem at that point as well to get the extra prize card. Maybe slow the rest of the damage up on the Regidrago on the active. Well, 13 minutes left. Definitely plenty of time. I don't think we're going to run out of time here. It's got to be what Yoshi's thinking about here. Just how do I approach, or do I use Legacy Star or not? I can't imagine there's like another thought going on here. For like, what are you doing? Besides maybe just being like, I'm not. Oh yeah. Either you do it or you just don't do it and you just punch the active with Dragapult. And maybe you KO the Kyurem in this situation. Do we know for sure if Yoshi plays the Hawlucha? We know the player on the right plays Hawlucha, but does Yoshi play the Hawlucha? I'm actually not 100% sure. All right, we got to make a play at some point, right? Can we get any actions? Best of 1, best of 3. Yo, bro, will you still play Arc? Just joined and you changed his house, so I'm just wondering. Tonight? No. It's happening. Okay. 3, 7, no Prime. What are the takes, though? What are the grabs? Is that second superior? Under the nest ball? What is Yoshi not playing? I can't tell what that card is. It is like, so you play Super Rod, double wait, is there also a stretcher in there? No, there's no way, right? Or you could theoretically, if you could find some grass energy. Actually, no, wait. There's 5, 6, 7 grass energy in play. I'm gonna go ahead and make a guess that Yoshi plays 7 grass energy. I'm gonna make a guess. I think he cut supports because he plays Palpad. Yeah, it's probably just like 1 Iona, 4 Research, 1 Palpad or something like that. Yoshi plays 80 cards. At this point, I would believe it. Oh, there's 2 Iono in the discard pile, so it's 2 Iono. Maybe it's 3 Research, 2 Iono? This feels like a 65 card list. This honestly feels like a 65. Well, maybe not 65. It feels like more than 60 cards. It's not, but it does feel like that. Maybe just like a 2/2 Regidrago. I don't even know. Palpad Super Rod are the takes here? What are we taking? What are we taking? Come on. We gotta do something. All right, Palpad. Goes for Superior. Okay. Okay. We're locked. So no knockout coming this turn except for maybe the KO on the Kyurem, which isn't super consequential for the situation. This is looking really, really bad for the player on the right here. But as this game has developed, Yoshi has not had a super strong go of it. And now the first 2-prize knockout could come through for the player on the right here. Iona's recovered with the pal pad. Count on how many cards are remaining. There's not that many cards left in deck here. There's a decent amount of options in hand, just not the option we're looking for. The big miss here from Yoshi was, I mean, it's not something Yoshi could have done different, but with the prizing of the Raging Bolt. Prizing Raging Bolt just left us at a standstill on this turn, because I think you would easily just go Raging Bolt and knock out the active here. You wouldn't even think twice about what's going on here if you had that available to you. Knocking out the Kyurem here would be interesting, but you probably don't. You don't want to open up the bench space. And you could always go KO Radzard plus KO Kyurem if Radzard comes into play later. So you probably just don't ever KO Kyurem here. And then you would look for the Dragapult knockout for the 2-prize turn. Unless you feel like you really want one of your prize cards. If you value your prize cards heavily, you could go for it. But it is just going to be a 6 on the other Regidrago. Okay, so both V-Stars have been used. Third E-switch down here, I believe. Maybe there's one left. No, if there is, there's only one left, I think, at this point. And then here's the Tina knockout. That's it. That was a pretty quick turn. Yoshi had like a 5-minute plus turn. Well, hold on. They're still in thought here. But this seems pretty clear cut to me. What else could they possibly have here? Oh wait, hang on. They're back in the tank. What are we thinking about? Oh, maybe just what energy to Lost Zone? What about 2 off the active? Seems kind of risky. Oh, it is 2 off the active. All right. I don't hate it. No, Gudra for Yoshi, right? I don't think so. I don't think we've seen a single Gudra in any of the Regidrago decks. We've seen a lot of Regidrago. I think we've seen 0 Gudra. All right, so the first 2 prize cards have been drawn, but the board state is definitely slightly more established here for Yoshi, and the E-switch count is basically none at this point for the player on the right. So now can Yoshi establish another Regidrago on this turn? Has E-switch in hand, has Fire Energy in hand. I think we're just missing a Drago V, but that might be in hand as well here, to be honest. We'll see. If not, I see the Ultra Ball. Actually, we could see Thorin actually happen here. Thorin for a Drago V could happen. I see the Thorin. Oh, wait, it could happen to the active. Oh, wait, could this get really crazy, actually? How crazy of a turn could this be? Eyeing up the triple energy. How crazy of a turn could this actually get here? Theoretically, this turn, if Yoshi can find Prime Catcher, you could go Prime Catcher the bench Drago V knockout, spread with Dragapult onto the V-Star, and then boss with Dragapult KO an Ogerpon after spreading there, and then KO 4-prize turn on that turn. Or actually KO the Mew. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there's a Prime Catcher. I don't know where it came from, but it's there. So I feel like Thornton Prime Catcher is the play here. Thornton Prime's got to be the play. Dude, this list is just insane. You could honestly KO the Mew instead. You could KO the Mew with the Prime instead of KOing the Drago on the bench. Because the Drago on the bench... Yeah, I feel like you could KO the Mew instead. Take away the draw power. The potential for draw power. Still cooking. Still cooking. Okay. I assume it's the one on the bench with 2 energy. Oh, Radzard maybe instead? Hold on. I don't hate the Radzard I'd take instead. He's thinking about evolving the active one, probably so you could harder treat it. This forces the 1-prizer as well. Although I don't know if there's the resources left to go through 2 more 2-prizers. As long as you have some kind of pressure. E-switch is back. Okay. And then has the Prime Catcher to reset this if it gets stuck for a turn. And just goes for the knockout. Okay, the Radzard's pretty good too, actually. I like the Radzard play. I didn't think we were in that much trouble if we did go with the Regidrago, because there's only like 1 E-switch left. But I guess it could theoretically happen where we lose. If there's enough energy remaining to like attack with the Regidrago and then attack with an Ogre Pawn on the following turn, then we could be in trouble. So Radzard leaving the 1-prizer in the active. It's still possible to attack this turn, but knocking out a 1-prizer is obviously not great. Yeah, knocking out 1-prizer is obviously not great. Oh, but here's the other Radzard. Oh, but Radzard's not as good on the other side because, well, but in this situation, there's no Dragapult or Regidrago to fall back on to go KO KO. I don't know if Yoshi plays Halucha, because you could Halucha the Kyurem and then knock out the Radzard with like an Ogre Pawn, and that'd be fine. I guess also in this situation, like you could knock out the Radzard with active Radzard with an Ogre Pawn. That only draws you 1 prize card though, I guess. And then Ogre Pawn knocks out your Ogre Pawn, but then you knock out Ogre Pawn with Radzard, but then they can go Ogre Pawn, knock out Regidrago. Okay. That could be how this develops from here. Ooh, Basin getting involved. Radzard's still not able to attack. Send up Radzard and just pass. Just leave the 1-prizer on the active. Second Thornton into Regidrago. Wait, what does Radzard say? Can you not attack or can you not use Radzard's attack? Second Thornton into Regidrago. Dragapult attack, knock out Radzard, knock out Kyurem. It'd be a little bit too wild, I feel like. All Yoshi needs to do here is like take a knockout. Ideally, you'd want to knock out. Ideally, you'd want to knock out a 2-prize. Oh, there's the Halucha. Yeah, there it is. Knock out the Kyurem. And then we have the 150 KO. So if we can just retreat to the bench. If you can just retreat to the bench Ogre Pawn with 3 energy, you knock out the Radzard. There's an Iono. I feel like you could theoretically retreat all these energy and that'd be fine. Finding a Prime Catcher is maybe that much better to KO the Ogre Pawn off the bench, though. We'll see. Then if your active gets KO'd, you just need a Fire Energy to return knockout with the Radzard. There's a hard retreat. Do you really have another play here? I don't think so. Has Pokestop in play and hasn't used it. Now this could be taken advantage of from the other side, though, for sure. There we go. There's the knockout. Goes down to 2 prize cards. On the other side, the attackers are... There's only 2 prize attackers at this point. 2 minutes left. It is +3, though. Hard shoot is first before playing stop. To use Ogre for KO on Radzard and using their Basin on their Zard. True. Very true. Yeah, that would have been better, right? You would have established 1 extra energy on your Radzard. Good point. Energy gets split there on the Ogre Pawns. I don't know about... Well, I guess you don't want to lose to a single grass energy. But then what are you trying to attack with this turn? Oh, I guess Radzard? You're trying to attack with Radzard this turn? All right, Radzard's back. Do we have a fire energy for it? We do. Do we have an Iono to go alongside that? Pheasantipity's in... Oh, wow. Actually, it's back. This is actually big. The return of the Radzard. Nestball gets involved as well. There might not even be anything to grab. Just was able to thin out the deck a little bit. Another Ogre Pawn. Ultra Ball burn. Draw 3 off restart. Not super happy with it, so was probably looking for Iono and whiffed it or something like that. Ends on a research. How many cards do they have left in deck? Do they deck out? That'd be hilarious. No, not quite. 2 left. 2 left. And there we go. KO. Oh. It's going to be an Ogre Pawn push here. Yeah, I mean, the Rats are coming back again. I mean, that's kind of crazy how many times you can use Radzard. All right, Dippity for 3. Looking for Fire Energy Prime Catcher. There's the Fire. There's the Prime. Okay, there it is. Yoshi has it. Gets the dub.